Welcome to episode 51 of the Outerhaven podcast. We are finally past 5-0. We don't have to think about this content or, Social Security. We're young enough to know, but old enough not to give a fuck.
AARP, y'all.
Amen for that.
AARP.
Okay.
This is me, the Angry Elf, Carlos Abdu. With me is my main man, Neflaito.
What's up,
Stop.
man? Why you angry, Elf? Why you still angry, man? Be happy, man.
I ain't angry anymore, man.
Be happy,
Shit
man.
happened. But I can't be the happy elf because that game.
Who else we got with us? Who else we got?
Hey, we got a new crew right over here, the Navigator, Clinton Bowman. How you doing?
Young Navi.
I'm in New York City. I'm good, and I am kind of like happy that summer camp is over, but school starts on the 28th, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, sucks to be you, dude.
And we got one of the new homies, Ill Will.
Yo, nice to meet you, guys. Finally being here.
Yo, Big
No
Willie
doubt.
style.
Good to have you, man. Good to have you.
Yo, and of course you know Keith, but you gotta take care of damn kids.
Who? Keith? Who?
Huh? Oh yeah. We have
Who you
total
talking about?
autonomy
Who you
now.
talking about? Ain't no
We're
Keith.
taking over this shit.
Yo, government names. Let's go.
What you talking
Let's
about?
go,
What you talking
let's
about,
go.
Willis?
So either way, yoroshiku minasan.
All right, so yo, Elf, my man, what we got to talk about tonight?
I wanted to talk about like serious subjects, but since Keith is not here, we're gonna save that till that shit.
You ain't wrong.
Unless
Just
you wanna,
give a shout out to Robin Williams. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Of
that's
course,
the-
of course.
you
At
know,
least that
this-
much.
this week we lost a legendary comedian, an incredible person, Robin Williams. This past Monday, he died at the age of 63. He was going through some problems with clinical depression, and it may have looked like he hanged himself. Our thoughts go out to his family, his friends, his loved ones, and this is just a man that, touched everyone. 70s, 60s, 80s, especially the 90s, 2000s. Doesn't matter. This guy was damn.
Yeah, man.
Just damn.
I feel you on that one, man. I mean, one of my favorite Robin Williams movies was Jack, when he was like that. Jack, and when he was that kid that aged mad quick, and also Bicentennial Man. That was one of my two favorite movies from him. I enjoyed watching them.
That was a good one. That was a pretty good movie.
Well,
Not gonna
my
lie.
favorite, obviously my favorite Robin Williams movie is Miss Doubtfire. That was my joint right there.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie to you, man. I tell you, I usually when it comes to like celebrity deaths and things like that, when stupid stories come out about all his lifestyle, I always tend to make very, very tasteless jokes just to cope, because it's like my coping with death is me cracking jokes and laughing and making myself feel better, because I don't want to like sit down there and be like, crying or whatever the case may be. So I just like, I celebrate. I celebrate his life regardless. You know what I'm saying? I celebrate his life. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't want to be that guy. You know?
Yeah,
Not
Nah.
today. Not in front of people, because people got mad.
Yeah.
People get mad at me for that. I mean, shoot, I still crack just about Chris Benoit to this day.
Oh,
Right.
Just saying.
I still think that's too soon, but it's always too soon with Chris. But that's beyond the case. My favorite movie. One of my favorite movies is actually kind of an obscure one. It's called The Fisher King. It was a Terry Gilliam film. He starred with Jeff Bridges, who was kind of like some kind of shock jock who inadvertently ruined some poor guy's life. And Robin Williams was Perry, who was a crazy ass homeless dude who was trying to go on a mystical quest, who was trying to help Jeff Bridges' character.
Okay.
And it was one of those rare examples where he was a great comedian, but he was also a very good serious actor. Oh, and one of my favorite roles was the episode of Law and Order SVU called Authority.
Yo, I saw that one.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
what Robin Williams? What, Robin
Yes.
Williams
Can't
was
say
in
I
that
have found that one, man. Sorry.
Oh, he was in that episode.
Yeah, he was.
Yo, if there was any evidence that convinced you that Robin Williams deserves the role of the Riddler, that was
Nah,
it.
That was it.
Yo,
I thought he wasn't.
Yo, he should have been like some kind of villain, because he was dope. Like Robin Williams, He was dope. He's a good character actor.
Yo, it's kind of like Wayne Brady. You know, everybody know Wayne Brady for being this funny, you know, singing black guy. But then when he did the Dave Chappelle, when he did the Dave Chappelle role, and then he started getting villain roles, like it's kind of like that, you know?
Yeah. Like he has like a hidden talent for like certain characters.
What about you, Will?
Oh man, the most classic film I could probably remember is probably back during my childhood days. I mean, obviously you got to pay tribute to Aladdin. That's one movie.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt,
Definitely.
no doubt,
And
no
another
doubt.
one that I actually
How
really
can we
love
not
was
even
actually
mention
Flubber.
that? Yeah.
Flubber
Which
was
one?
another
Yo,
one.
Flubber
Flubber.
was my joint, son. Yo, I still have that on VHS.
Oh wow.
Why do you have that on VHS, man? Why?
Childhood
I
memories,
got
man.
that. I got that. Like
Yo,
what?
I still got an
after
episode
it
of Street
dropped.
Fighter.
We got
2V.
DVDs and Blu-rays now. Why you guys?
No, here's the thing, yo. Yo. Listen. I got that. My mom bought that for me. Like after it was announced for VHS, and we still have that.
No, okay. You know what? Your mom's bought you that, so okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
You know,
not to mention, you know what's the hip
you
thing
know I
right
love my
now
mom,
on Williamsburg is VHS.
Please, yo, listen. I
really?
don't want to talk about hipster Williamsburg. I'm sorry. Like they're trying to take Spanish Williamsburg. They trying to take Bed-Stuy and call it East Williamsburg.
I know.
All right? Why you gonna call Bed-Stuy East Williamsburg? I'm sorry. It's Bed-Stuy, son.
It's best.
Yo, Mike Tyson will come and bite your ears out just for that.
Jeez.
Don't be telling people what I'm gonna do, Clinton.
Yo, shout out to Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson Mysteries coming soon on
No
Adult
doubt,
Swim.
no doubt. But okay,
Yo.
Let's get to the topic. Yeah, let's move on to the topic.
Let's
talk
move
about
on, boys.
happy
Next
things.
topic.
Okay, you
Next
know what?
topic.
Since we were so hyped on about talking about games, Gamescom 2014 just happened a couple days ago.
Yo,
Right.
Quick question. Can we please touch on the Square Enix Microsoft debacle that happened?
Please do.
That's really big and really important to know who really messed up in all of this, because I was following it.
Tomb Raider exclusive.
And,
Oh wait, or so we thought.
it's pretty much it's not exclusive to Microsoft
So we
Xbox
thought.
One at all. It's not an exclusive. It's a timed exclusive, kind of like the Liberty City Stories was when Sony completely screwed that up.
Timed exclusive, i.e., no exclusive.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's a flip flop, man. You know, like yo,
Yeah,
this is
they always
exclusive to the
seem as more
Nintendo GameCube.
flip-flops.
Oh
Wait,
shit,
say
that's
that,
not making
say
any
that
money.
again, Will.
Yeah.
No, because that's what Microsoft being known as right now. I mean, ever since with the Expo, they always been known for flip-flops. Of course.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. With the full flip flop, you can't really. I mean, they're not really all that known for flip flops. More so than like the people that was there before until like Phil Spencer really took charge. Is like everybody's just looking at it. Phil Spencer looks at it like, what the hell's going on? You leave. I'm in charge. You're in charge. Major Nelson, you're okay. You stay there, and then we'll just get everything settled down and in order, which is the most important part of it. You know what I mean? Just making sure everything's in order, and that's a good thing on that one. But with this one, in my personal opinion, I mean, based on what the evidence was and how everything was presented, let's be honest, Square Enix, the way they worded it, screwed everything up. So this is on the Square Enix problem. And while we know Square Enix for some really great games, the best game they've ever created, Batman. Just saying.
Oh,
because
I don't even count that. That was just them being a publisher. The best game they created was The World Ends with You. That was the last good game.
Yeah, but Batman. Anyways, so Batman, because Batman.
Batman. Cookie.
And speaking of Batman, Gotham's coming out, so watch that.
We'll get on that on another topic.
Oh, and of course, but they messed up on that by saying it was an exclusive, and then Microsoft had to come and be like, look, this is not what we intended to say. What we intended to say was that this game is going to be on Xbox One first, the holidays of 2015, was it?
Yeah.
So next, like Q4 2015, where it's going to be available. And everybody was getting on Microsoft for this. And I was like, oh, but PlayStation 4 has 2 times as many consoles out as Xbox One. And I'm like, this is true. But let's be honest. If Mario Kart can spike those sales of the Wii U to catch up with the Xbox One, if Rise of the Tomb Raider is a really good game, who's to say that the Xbox sales wouldn't spike?
Well, check
I
this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out.
I don't think
I
that's
mean,
gonna make
it
Xbox
would've-
One sell better.
You never
Hey,
know.
I
You
want to
never
hear from.
know.
Hold up,
Listen,
Nef. I want to
it
hear
would have
from
been
Will.
really. Listen, it would have been really smart of Microsoft to have the new Tomb Raider that's coming out as a true exclusive. That would have been really smart of them because
It would.
Yeah, it would have been
True,
smart because
true.
after Square Enix sent that letter, saying that made it sound like they was putting it only on Xbox. I was like, wow, it's good for Microsoft, smart. And then next thing we don't, it's not because the new Tomb Raider series, regardless of what I think about it, is still a very, very successful game. And
On
so
the on, go ahead.
yeah, so the sequel, so it would have behooved Microsoft to have the sequel as exclusive only on Xbox One. That would have been great
I
for
think
them.
you know what? Sometimes when they have this kind of exclusivity, I think it's just a wink and nudge about the development of the game. Usually, when a game is being developed and initially, it starts on one system,
Nope,
and
that
then they
does
start
nope,
porting.
not anymore. Does
Not
that's
anymore.
not hold
True.
anymore
I mean,
anymore. Nope.
that is
Will?
one like the case.
All
I mean,
the
if you look at
systems.
Ubisoft recently, I mean, regardless of Rayman Legends, I mean, talking as a preview game right now, but as an example, when with Rayman Legends, it was originally out for the Wii U, but now
Right.
since they with the extra development time, they now expanded that to other systems. So I'm seeing that same case again with Tomb Raider.
Well, I think
Yeah.
with Rayman, it was a special case because they realized going into it that this shit is not going to sell on the Wii U.
I mean,
There was-
Right.
Ubisoft,
On the
even
Wii, right.
even Uber, the guy that runs Ubisoft, I'm blanking out his name right now. But
Michael Ansel.
yeah, he was like, we know that the Wii U, like they even said it, like the Wii U is not going to be something that we're going to really focus on the developments on anymore. And a lot of companies have said that as
Yeah.
of late, which I feel they're wrong for saying because of the fact that it's like,
Because it's because they had like, oh, the Wii was so successful on launch. Oh, we're gonna be making million. Oh, fuck.
no,
Honestly, guys, I don't
That's
think that's
always
the
been
case.
cold feet with businessmen.
Yeah,
I don't
they
think
been-
that's the case at all.
No, they didn't. No, all these companies are doing the right thing by not.
No, your
Let's
opinion does
not
not
get into
count here.
that,
We're
man.
not going to do that. No Nintendo bashing.
No,
it's
that's-
not. No,
first
it's
of all,
not about
that's
Nintendo.
right.
It's not,
No.
it has nothing
That
to
is
do-
very
this
Nintendo
really has
bashy.
nothing to do with.
That
has
is
to do-
Nintendo bashing.
No, this has to do with just plain common sense. Come on.
Now here we go.
No,
Yeah.
No, we're going to mute you. We're going to mute you.
Time out.
Let's talk
Listen.
about Sony.
Time
Let's talk
out,
about
yo, but
Sony.
that's right. Time out, but real quick, time out.
What up,
That
what
is, I'm gonna be real. Logically, that is Nintendo bashing. Let's be real. On top of that, a lot of these companies like, oh, we just don't see any value in the Wii U. I'm sorry, I get it. Yes,
Can you give me a
No,
chance?
come on.
Let me
Let's not get into
I'll give you a
Wii U
chance to
side.
I
But-
think we should try to finish up on the Tomb Raider
All right,
stuff.
yeah, let's finish.
please.
Let's
Yeah.
get off topic. Yeah, we're getting off topic. Right. So let's go back.
Gamescom
Yeah.
is not one system. So overall, the Xbox presentation was kind of lackluster in a way. I mean, Sunset Overdrive is still leading the hype, and that
True.
that and the new Xbox that was announced, the Call of Duty one with the
Right,
1 terabyte
right,
with the
right.
1
Yo,
terabyte
you know what?
hard
I
drive.
could care less about that one. I was more interested in the white one, the Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah,
Xbox
but it's a
One.
1 terabyte hard drive, so I'm like,
I got a 1 terabyte drive. Yeah, it's like I got a 1 terabyte drive on my Xbox right now. Do I care about this to justify $100 more? Do I?
See, here's the thing: the Kinect was kind of justifiable for $100 more, kind of.
You can debate
No,
that.
it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Kind of like I'm
I mean,
emphasizing-
anybody who has a
emphasizing the
brain
kind of.
can realize they can go out and pick up a terabyte drive for $50. Hook it up, and hey, I just saved me some money.
Yeah,
I don't see that.
I mean, the only reason I would get that one is because, like, I would probably be downloading a whole bunch of games, but more
And
times,
it's ugly.
But
It is
more,
ugly.
I mean, yeah, it is. But more often than not, I'd probably get the white Xbox One and then the white PS4 as well. So it's like,
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I always like my system black because it goes with my entertainment system better.
Oh,
But
yeah.
those white ones look very nice.
but let's be real, we didn't even get. Like, here's the thing: we didn't even get a white PS3 in the United States. Like, let's be real.
We
True,
didn't get
true,
any
we
of them in
ain't
the
never
United
getting
States.
that until Christmas.
Like
Christmas
white,
2017.
they had all the other colors everywhere: blue,
Yep.
red, all that stuff. They had white
I
PS3.
wish. Yes,
they
I love
had
them.
white PS1s. They had red PS1s, blue PS1s, all that stuff. We got gray, and the PS2 came out. We got black and silver. By the time the damn thing was dead,
Oh god.
like, come on.
All right. So what's the next topic?
We're not
Sony
done
on
talking about
We're still
Gamescom.
on
Relax.
Gamescom, like,
Oh, we're still on
Relax.
so
Yeah, continue on
Sony,
next topic.
So what else happened with Gamescom?
Yo, the Sony presentation, all of their independent games that they're coming out with. Yo, I love what's it called? This game,
Excuse me.
Ream. What is it? It looks like Wind Waker meets Ico.
Oh, that one. Oh, shoot. Wait.
It's Ream
Yo,
something.
I thought Will was like, damn, that game, shit.
Actually, I haven't seen the Sony press conference, so I can't say.
I mean, most of Sony's press conference was their big focus was we have indies. You want indie games? We got your indie games. Here you go, buddy.
Oh, there was that thing from Cappy. Whose name I always forget. The game from Cappy that you always like, Cax.
That was on Xbox. Below. That was Xbox.
That one?
Yeah,
well, I
Below
saw
was
that
Xbox.
also on the Sony presentation.
No, are you talking about Bloodborne from FromSoft?
Bloodborne.
Yeah, I love that, but I'm not gonna talk about that because I'll be talking about that for hours.
And let's see. Oh, there was this other game. Let's see. All right.
But I can't wait till next year to play Bloodborne and be locked in my basement. You'll never hear from me again.
Okay,
Oh,
you
boy.
heard
Oh,
him. We're gonna be
God.
taking over the site and making it into our own image. No. Oh, yeah. The Stars Above, that space flying game. Whose name?
No Man's
Oh,
Sky.
Man's Sky.
Hey,
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. Yes.
Yeah, the
that
one
game
that
is
announced at
fat.
E3 as well. I mean, it looks pretty.
Yes.
Yeah, and the fact that what
I
they
gotta
said
admit,
about
it
the
does
game a
look
couple days ago, that it'll take you like 5 billion years to actually complete all the content because it's randomly generated. That's crazy.
And they said they had that promise that each planet is your own planet, that you are the discoverer of it, so no one adventure is going to be the same. So that's a big promise, which is very...
That's gonna have nothing but
mean-
months upon months of playability.
I
That's
won't lie
exciting.
to you. I won't lie to you. That sounds amazing, but it also sounds disappointing at the same time because then it can be you can have all these grandiose. They're giving this grandiose kind of feel to this game, and then if it doesn't pan out on release, it'll be the biggest disappointment on the PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah, that is a big promise they have to keep. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
then again,
you
you
have
don't want
to
to watch the situation again.
Yeah, you have to keep that in mind.
Oh,
You have to keep
hell
that in
no.
mind.
Hell
If there's a
No,
second,
no.
and No Man's Sky is
no.
exclusively Sony, right? So I mean, it's a Sony product, right?
Yes.
No, it's not a Sony product, but Sony is the one who has the exclusivity because Microsoft and their shitty ways back in the day on not wanting indie games. So Sony has them. So, Microsoft brought a lot of indie developers the wrong way.
I mean, they did, and I am not gonna disagree with that. They kind of did, especially with the indie on Xbox stuff. Not the one on the Xbox One, but the one on the 360 where the indie games were kind of hidden.
Well,
In the-
it's more, no, they were not so much hidden, but the ones who paid the most amount get the most hype.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
why
but
Microsoft is pushing their whole ID at platform now because when the Xbox One's coming out, there were a lot of companies that they were like, no, we don't want this, no, we don't
Here's
want
the
this.
thing, but here's the thing. Let's be real. A lot of indie developers are all like, oh, they're not a film. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're in a capitalist society. Let's be real. Get with the program. You throw money around, you're gonna get your shit loved. Yo, that's exactly what Way Forward's been doing. They've been throwing money around like it's nobody's business.
Really?
Hmm.
Really? Way Forward been throwing money around and they're still stuck in Nintendo.
The
Lies!
reason.
No, they're not.
Time out. The new Shantae game is coming out for all the consoles. Congratulations.
Yeah.
But no, but
Yes,
that's
yes.
not because anybody throwing money at them. It's because we, the gamers, threw money to them because that was
Exactly.
crowdsourced.
No,
Exactly,
we
yes,
threw money
yes.
to them that they ended up throwing around. Yeah.
Well, you
that's
gotta
a different
remember the
case.
consoles
That's a different
were
case.
not the original plan. They were a stretch goal. Original
Exactly. And their
Original
new
project
update
was PC
for
only.
No, I remember that. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying. a
And
lot of these
remember, the
things-
next update for the game, Shantae 2, that's going straight to PC. So,
No, that's the one we're
Right,
talking
right,
about.
right,
That's what
right,
we're
right.
talking about. Half
Steam,
No.
Genie Hero.
Steam bitches.
Oh god.
Yeah, because
So,
I gave
yeah, they're
those
still-
I gave
they're
those
still
fools like
stuck over
$100. I was like, yes, please come here.
No, I'm just saying. But there's other indie companies that are bigger indie companies, bigger upper A. I would say A plus S tier indie companies that are just throwing money around. right
you
now.
mean like Ninja Theory? They said, we're going to make a highly independent game. It's pretty much Heavenly Sword, but not Heavenly Sword.
I don't understand. I'm lost though, because every indie company that I've ever talked to or read about or checked into, they don't have money to be throwing at the company because That's why they're considered indie company.
Why do you think? Oh, Transistor is
Yo.
PS3 and
Oh,
PC
man,
I mean,
only.
that was
I know
great, that
that,
was
but that's the
great.
thing. It's weird. I mean, there's still indie companies that have enough money to like last, and they're getting to the point where they're becoming bigger companies now. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait for little big super giant games to get big, man. Not so much that they're gonna get corrupt or anything, but that means all the games can finally just show up at any system without any regards.
Well,
Because
that goes back to gaming politics because we do have super giant games on Xbox and vice versa. So
Yeah.
remember Super
we
Time
have
Force.
PS3 and that's them.
Yeah, below Xbox One.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought Super Time Force was someone else.
Yeah,
No,
but also keep this. I mean, just keep it in mind. Also, with the with the PC platform becoming a lot more easily accessible for gaming and things like that, because parts are getting cheaper and stuff like that. More indie companies will also be developing for PC more
oh
often
no,
than not.
not. I won't say that because indie. When you look at indie developers, 9 times out of 10, the PC is the target platform.
No, I know.
It only
nine
ever
times out of
goes
10
to.
It is. I'm just saying you're gonna start seeing less on the consoles and a lot more on the.
On the
I mean,
real,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be that way either. They're
Is
all
it-
the
it's
same
already,
architecture
it's
now.
already that way. It's
They're
already
no,
that
they're
way.
all the same architecture. If I can make a game for the PC, I can port it to either console with any issues now.
No, absolutely, and I'm not disagreeing with you.
This is a whole new ball game now. This is why things like that whole Tomb Raider and other games like you're gonna see this here, not over here. No, that's bullshit. We shouldn't have this anymore, guys.
And that's the same problem I have with fucking Xrd or Guilty Gear Xrd. Just saying.
Oh
Right,
no 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 no
right,
no
right,
no
right.
no 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 no! That
Yeah.
has nothing to do with what's it called? Platform politics. It's
That goes
No,
from the
actually,
whole
it does have
Japanese
something
game,
politics.
blah blah blah, Microsoft, blah blah blah.
Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear only on Sony consoles platform.
yeah,
politics?
That's
I think
Microsoft.
That's nepotism. That's nepotism,
Mm.
man. That's Japan just giving Japan love.
Especially since we've gotten Guilty Gear Plus R on Xbox 360 first in America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our systems
Or-
just don't like American systems.
Yeah.
Guilty and the last Blaze Blue game before Chrono Phantasma was also on 360.
Con-
That's
con-
Elf is right on the money with that. It's been like that for years. Japan supports Japan.
yeah,
It's bullshit.
so- no shit, and
And
Arc Systems especially. They don't really like. They just
And-
want us for the money.
Yeah, and the last Tales game to come out on the 360 was Vesperia, which was a really great game.
Yes,
Like-
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still grabbing that they didn't bring that on the PS3.
In America.
But
In
we're
America.
getting back to it real quick. I can hit a chance to say it, but I know we were talking about Transistor for a second and why it's not on Xbox. We actually talked to them about that, and they actually
They
said
said-
it's. Go ahead.
They said that what's it called? They needed to wait for the sales on Transistor in order to make sure we can port it to everywhere else because they couldn't afford Microsoft's offer.
Well, not just that. Microsoft, like I said, it still goes back to how Microsoft was treating any developers in the beginning. They were dicks. There's a
Yeah,
gentleman
of
that I
course,
talked
this
to,
is nothing new.
that was doing an assault. I keep butchering the game, and I'm
Assault
sorry, guys.
Android
Android
Cactus.
Cactus. They
Coming
wanted
to
to put that to
PlayStation
Microsoft
4.
so many times, and they were like, no. So yeah, PC and PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
We talked.
Yeah.
I talked to
I'm
that guy a couple times now.
You're not wrong. I mean, Microsoft before Phil Spencer took over.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
really bad, and I'm
right,
glad that
right.
Spencer is actually cleaning house, and he's doing a lot. He's helping to turn the brand around.
It's kind of
But
like
the damage it's a lot of damage he's got to fix.
Was it Jack Trenton on
Yeah.
Sony's end that kind of fucked everything up, or somebody else? I think it was Trenton, if I remember the name correctly. No.
Yeah, no, that was the
that
first.
big guy?
Yeah, it was Trenton that kind of did fuck up everything, especially with the Grand Theft Auto shit, and he was fucking up everything on the American side of PS3, and causing us to lose a lot of shit on the Sony side. So it was like, yeah.
But I mean, we'll close this up real quick. Gamescom was so. Both conferences had decent
there was
announcements.
like some kind of weird things. You have
It
to-
was a
have to-
follow up to E3. It's all it
Yeah,
was. And
basically like 2K came out and just gave out more details on NBA 2K15 as well as
Ubisoft
WWE
showed off the
2K15.
Far Cry 4 and the new
Oh yeah, the
Assassin's Creed.
Yes, more Assassin's Creed, which I don't know. Like seeing how Unity and Rogue going on so far. I mean, I want to talk about that a little bit. Like,
Can I say
Go
something
ahead.
real quick
Go
about
ahead,
that?
Will.
Can I say something about that real quick? I've never understood Assassin's Creed. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I own most of them
Okay.
because my daughter likes playing the games, but
It's
I've never
revisionist
touched Assassin's
all
Creed.
it is revisionist history for the most part. That's all it is.
I just couldn't get my mind around the whole concept in the story. It's like, wait, you're using a machine to actually replay events.
No, that's what I
Time.
mean. It's
That's
Like,
not
what?
much sci-fi, man.
It's pretty much
yeah.
sci-fi revisionist history. I mean, pretty much I was following Gamescom thanks to pictures by Iron Galaxy and CEO's own Alex Jabali, because he was posting shit for all of that.
Philly.
Like
yeah.
shouts out to Jabali for that one. I mean, pretty much I mean they talked a little bit about Killer Instinct as well. So I mean, we got more details
we'll
on Killer
find out
Instinct.
more about that like near.
No, we found more.
Yeah.
Gamescom gave us a bit of information about that as well.
Yeah,
Turns
we
out
got the
like,
release date and all that fun
we
stuff.
got
Yeah.
season 2, October 15th will be the release for season 2. You can pick that up for $40.
You can also get the retail
420.
version of Killer Instinct.
for $20.
Season 1?
Wow.
And you're
Wow.
getting, I think you're also getting, and I think you're going to be able to get TJ Combo and Maya from the start with that.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you get TJ Combo on September 23rd if you buy the retail edition. So
Quick shout out to Nintendo. The only thing they actually showed on Gamescom outside of Smash Brothers was more Splatoon. That is one of the most pleasant surprises I've ever gotten out of E3. I'm actually happy about that.
yo, that
And-
game looks dope.
Yo,
It's an acquired taste, if you ask me. I mean, obviously, if I get my hands on it, probably I'll get, because it's more or less kind of like taps into your own kid back during the days of your young imagination, back when you were a kid. I mean, you're playing with paint, basically.
Yeah, but it's pretty much a kid-friendly version of Call of Duty.
Oh, God.
I mean, he's not wrong.
But that's the one thing I liked about the genius about that, because like Nintendo knows how to tap into the nostalgia factor, and with Splatoon, it's like, this is gonna be interesting. I mean, I need to get my hands on it first, but it's interesting for the most part.
Let's hope they got a demo coming up at Comic-Con.
Man, I
Yeah.
hope so.
So let's get out
and
of
we can't
Gamescom.
end Gamescom without mentioning one thing. PT.
Oh,
Go-
the playable,
go
the play tester. Yeah, the playable teaser trailer.
You mean
Kojima.
Silent Hills? I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
not
Oh,
talk about that.
Lord. Oh, God.
Are you actually able to download that now?
Yes.
You can.
Yes,
I
I,
mean,
was actually
hold
planning
on.
on having my daughter play that and
My
record
que-
her.
I gotta think. Man, that is terrible.
I don't care. It's hilarious.
Like, I mean, I want to kind of keep my bowels inside my body.
I don't believe any game is that scary. Come on, it's a game.
Nah,
Yo,
I'm
no. I've
wait,
seen
so-
it playthrough.
I've seen people the reactions, but I stopped because everybody who recorded a reaction trailer didn't focus on just the people and recorded the game. Don't show me the damn game footage if you want me to be truly scared.
I mean,
First
do
of all,
what
I'm
Max
gonna
It's
say
really
this.
not
I'm
much
gonna say
gameplay
this
to
about.
actually
I'm gonna
speak
say
about.
this about PT. Like, first of all those showing people scared. That's bullshit. All of that was bullshit, because that shit. There's nothing scary about that fucking.
No,
thing.
that's the thing. Everybody kept saying it was scripted, but they went back and said, no, this is not scripted. Look, this is not scripted. Those people were generally scared.
Then
well,
they're freaking. Then they're. I don't know. They probably have never played a game. They could have never. I don't think they've ever played a game. They probably got people that never played video games, never seen a scary.
They had a
boy.
public relations guy.
Like, because
for
that
the
was
game.
the most unscariest thing I ever seen. I mean, it was like I'm looking at the demo, and you're walking around this hallway repeatedly, and certain things are different every time you walk through. That was pretty interesting. But in terms of the scary, there was nothing scary. So a door opens, and come on.
Oh, come on. You tell me you were not scared by that first big scare. I mean, I've been
Wasn't scared at all. Listen, I'm used
reaction.
to play. Listen, well, first of all, I'm a huge Silent Hill fan, so I guess being I played the real Silent Hill games, I guess
back in the days, yeah.
yeah. So I guess that kind of I don't know that, but this
That
is
gave
not
you
scary to
immunity,
me.
son.
This game is not. This PT, I hope for Kojima's sake and for Norman Reedus' sake.
And Guillermo del Toro's sake.
All
man.
right, and Del Toro, and Del Toro's sake, please, for their sakes, this better not be the main. This better not be what the real game is. This better be some kind of.
Well, it's gonna be gonna be interesting to say because they did say in their interviews that said like this game will make you shit your pants I will ask you to bring in new pants when you play this game.
Who said that?
Guillermo del Toro and Kojima, they had their interviews. When they were interviewed, they did say that
Yeah,
you
I
better
actually
bring
have
some clean
recorded. They
pants.
said they want you to shit your pants, and
I
they
didn't
joked
shit
that
my
maybe
pants.
maybe
I didn't
they'll still bundle a pair of underwear for you in the game.
Here's the thing, at first when I heard Kojima was gonna be part of this, and like, oh no, here we go again. Konami don't know how to do their own fucking series, so they just put Kojima and everything. Remember the last time they did this with Castlevania? He just got the.
Please don't mention
But
that game.
listen, this game is supposed to be a Silent Hill, or have something to do with Silent Hill.
It's
This has
horror.
nothing to do with Silent Hill. If Kojima wants to make a horror game, fine, I'm down with that. And if he wants to do
But
that,
that's
as
why
his
it's
horror
called
game,
Silent Hills, son.
No, Silent Hill,
Hills.
it has nothing to do with Silent Hill, period. And so what
Probably
I'm
a
saying is
reboot.
that if he wants to do his own horror game, fine, let him do it. But don't touch Silent Hill if you're not gonna do something that has to do with
Well,
Silent
that's
Hill.
the thing.
That
That's what makes it interesting. At first, I thought it was he was just not gonna do anything and let a bunch of interns run around like he did with Castlevania. But no, he's bringing Guillermo del Toro, and if there's
One of his idols,
man,
yes.
please listen.
have you seen the
I like
strain?
Del Toro. I
Have you
like
seen the
Del Toro.
strain?
Huh?
Have you seen the strain on FX?
No, I
That's-
haven't heard about it.
that-
I've
Oh,
heard
the
that
about
shit
strain,
is
the
scary.
strain.
It's fucking scary, dude.
I'll
Del
watch
Toro
it and
knows
check it
his
out.
horror.
No, I'm somebody who, it takes a lot to scare me. But, I guess maybe that's why I'm not scared of anything. But still, like, this game doesn't have anything to do with Silent Hill. From what I've seen with this demo, it has nothing to do with Silent Hill in terms of, like, ghost. This ghost at the end comes in your face. and
Well, that's not
all
really
she
the
looks like
point
is
per se.
all she
I
looks like
mean-
she ain't brush her teeth. That's the only thing about the ghost that's scary. Brush your teeth.
Well,
That's
really not really. I'm not sure, like because I haven't actually played Silent Hill personally myself because
You need to
I
play
know
Silent
I'm
Hill.
missing
Play
out.
Silent Hill. Play Silent
From
Hill,
what I
man.
can tell is that Silent Hills was always about the psychological horror. That's the one thing that's really so.
No,
nice
it's
for
a
the most part.
very psychological. It's a very
It's not
psychologically
really about
taxing
like the
game.
big jump scares or big monsters, but then again, it is part of the contributing factors. But it's really about like how you want to torture the player's mind about it. That's what the big
No,
big
it's a
about.
psycho. This game has always been a psychological thriller. It's always been about a psychological. It's always been about psychologically messing with your head. That's all it was. That's all it was. And the game was good at doing that. So I'm
But
fine with
listen,
it.
Silent Hill isn't just about psychological scares though. It's about a story as well, and it's about specific things happening in the story that kind of tie a lot of things together. I'm not saying that every Silent Hill game, you know, like perfectly was in sync with say another game, but there was a lot of similarities to like the Team Silent Hill games. And what I'm saying is that it's not just about psychological horror. Anything can have psychological horror, but it still has to have a certain theme and a certain, consistency. And this PT demo or Silent Hills, whatever, has nothing. It didn't grab me or anything like that. It had nothing to do with Silent Hill. And so it just looks like it's just its own thing. Kojima just needs to make his own little horror game, leave the Silent Hill name out of it. Let everybody. Konami needs to let Silent Hill die. Just let Silent Hill die, and let's forget about Silent Hill. Let's just let the original games be there, and that's what we got. That's Silent Hill, and it's done. Make a new horror series, and
Yeah,
start
but also in the same vein with that one, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the thing in the same vein, also a new generation of fans. So you want to kind of bring them up on something like that.
yes.
So that's the thing,
Listen,
and that's what a lot of people get upset about. I'm like, yeah, I
No,
understand
it's
what
not
you're saying.
even
I
about
understand what
that.
you're saying.
Listen,
I understand what you're saying.
Listen, I don't mind there being a new generation. I understand. Sometimes you got to reboot things and all that stuff. But at the same time, when you reboot it, you're still going to see similarities to the original property. And this has nothing whatsoever to do with anything Silent Hill. It's just like it's just like you have the color blue, and then that gets played out, and then you come out with the color red. And but you're trying to make the color red because the color blue is popular, and you're trying to get new people onto a new.
Or
It has
like
nothing.
Kevin.
What I'm saying is that It has nothing to do with Silent Hill.
I don't
in the
know, bro.
least.
That's a false dichotomy.
I
right
think
there.
you're
I'm
reading
not-
into much of something that's not even considered. That's
can
something
think
that's
of
not even considered in production as of yet. It's just
called
a
Okay,
teaser.
okay.
Silent Hills, Hacks.
It's a
called
teaser.
Silent
It's a
Hills.
teaser.
Okay, boys.
Shit
boys,
changes.
boys, hang on,
Speaking
hang
of
on, hang
analogies,
on.
speaking
Still.
of analogies, you know, you
No,
said
not
like
even-
red is blue and blue is
But
red,
still,
or like
the name of the demo is Silent Hills. It's called Silent Hills.
No, it shows up at the
yo,
end.
Neff,
The name of the
Neff,
demo
Neff,
is
I got a better
PT.
analogy. It's
Dude,
like Kevin Eastman
Kojima
and
is
Peter
calling the
Laird.
demo Silent Hills. He's calling it that. That's what
He's
the
calling
demo,
it that, but the actual name is called PT.
Yeah.
You go
Who cares
download in
what
the
that-
store,
who
it's
cares
called.
what the
Oh
name
Lord.
was on the thing? I'm going by with the man who made
Neff,
it.
Neff, we gotta move on. We gotta move on.
All right, boys. All right. Okay, we're good. Okay. Okay.
let's move
so,
on.
Let's
I
move
like
on.
ladies.
You know, I was
But
gonna
just
bring
as
up
a
an
quick-
analogy because Neff is all angry about reboots, and there's one
No,
reboot
I'm not.
got people.
I'm not angry at all. I'm not angry at all about reboot. This has nothing to do with being a reboot. It has nothing to do with that. That's not why I don't like this demo.
Well,
Not 'cause
that's
it's
kind of
okay,
why
fair
I
enough.
don't.
It's not a demo. It's a teaser. It's not a demo.
It's a demo. You playing it?
No,
You
it's
playing
not a
it.
demo. You know what a
all
demo
right,
is?
boys, all
A
right.
demonstration
We're
of
going
an
to talk
actual
about some
game.
other shit.
Jeez.
So
It's a
I'm
teaser.
only here-
What's the difference?
We're done.
So guys, I'm only here for the comments.
All right.
So,
But just as a quick note, I hope Akira Yamaoka comes back for this. If
Who?
you get him back, I really hope Akira Yamaoka comes back. I mean, he wasn't for on the toes.
I hope he
Uh,
comes back too. I hope he comes back too. Really, because I love his sound. Like his soundtrack to me is just as much Silent Hill as the as the
they
original
said
game.
they're using his score for that, but no, screw that. We're done with that. We're done with that.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Let's move on.
Fair
Let's
enough.
move on.
So you got angry about that? You know, Silent Hill is not Silent Hills and this
Well,
whole
let's move
reboot.
on. Like you
Let's
said,
move
let's move on. Let's
on.
move on. Let's
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
move
I'm
on.
trying to ease in because you know what other reboot I'm angry at?
What?
Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird's gory indie comic book turned into some kind of fucking explosion fest for kids. I think you know exactly what I'm talking about.
What the new Ninja Turtles film you talking about?
Yeah.
Yo,
Well,
Michael
let-
Bay.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Oh,
did
boy,
anybody?
here we
Okay,
go.
I recently I took my nephew this earlier this afternoon to go see it.
You should be ashamed. You're not
I'm
bootlegging that shit,
I'm not
sis.
ashamed. Well, first of all, hold on. My nephew, he's a huge Ninja Turtles fan, and he wanted to see
know.
it. And like I said, I wanted to see it. It's something that it's important. Like this movie's successful and stuff, and that's not why I want to see it. It's a Turtles movie. That's what I cared about. But I gotta say, this movie it's getting a lot of flack, and for good reason, because this is not a good movie. But
Neff right.
what?
Go into use your ninja-like skill.
You're right. That's what I'm trying to do. That's
Yo,
what I'm
But
trying
my
to do.
question is,
analyze the shit, man.
but I mean, I know I was looking up TMNT's Rotten Tomatoes rating, and it was certified rotten.
Yeah,
But it's
a
no,
Michael
Bay
listen,
movie, you
listen,
know this.
listen. Understand what I'm saying? This is not a good film. This is you could call this a bad film, and it's understandable why people don't like this film. But this film is really strange because there are some good aspects of this film. This film does only a couple of things right, but the things it does
Speak
right.
of the positives. Speak of the
Right.
positives.
The things that it does right are the actual things that it needs to do right. In other words, the good things about this movie are the turtles themselves. Yeah, the designs, the designs are horrible, but they are like they're like a force to be reckoned with. Like they're actually funny. They're actually cool to see. The fight scenes are amazing. They have a good camaraderie. They feel like the turtles. They feel like the turtles that you love. There's a reason why the Ninja Turtles are popular and why people love the Turtles.
Even
And
Johnny
these
Knoxville as Leonardo?
Yo, they did it.
Like-
Whoever was doing the voices did a good job. Whoever was doing anything with the Turtles, anytime we see the Turtles talking or moving, I'm like, this is awesome.
Here's like the weird thing. I don't know why they got Johnny Knoxville to be Leonardo if they kept everyone else.
That's
with the turtle.
it really
I didn't even know
doesn't
he
matter.
was Leonardo.
But my question is this:
What?
like you were saying about the turtles. I mean, I heard, and this is I haven't seen the movie, but I
Okay.
heard that they really kept the individual personalities of each turtle.
Yeah, pretty
In
much.
That they
movie.
have. That they
Pretty
have.
much, yeah. The turtle, each turtle is kind of the, you know, kind of the you know, like
Yeah,
especially starting from like say the 2003 cartoon, they have those type of personalities, you know, like
not so much because the 2003 cartoon they got well rounded over the season.
No,
This
no, I'm
one
talking
is
about
like
I'm talking about personality wise. Like every like each turtle fits his like Donatello's the certified nerd, Michelangelo's the certified bro dude, Leonardo's the certified serious leader
so
guy.
they're
Raph
caricatures.
is the
The
Raph is
caricatures.
the certified badass, angry dude. Each turtle has
Yeah, I wonder
their
why. Ruins.
each turtle has their personality that we know of them, and the everything comes across good, like the fight scene, and then on top of that, Splinter, of all characters, just he's one
Yo,
of the
you
greatest characters in the movie. Like
you
Splinter
you act
finally.
surprised. Splinter is always godlike.
No, 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 no. Splinter is at best puts as a character that's competent. Like he's just a cop character that you expect to be able to throw a kick. But this Splinter in this
Ha-
new movie is a force of nature. Like this
Have you
guy.
not seen the 2013? You see
What?
the fights that the cartoon from Nickelodeon?
No, 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 no.
Oh,
This,
that
no.
one. That
Listen
one.
to what I'm saying. We talk. Yeah, I'm not talking. Listen, the Nickelodeon Splinter is dope. Like Splinter is always portrayed as somebody who is at least competent, but no, the Nickelodeon show it wishes it was like this Splinter. This Splinter is a freaking ninja master that disciplines his students, and you see why the turtles are scared of this guy, because he's better than them in like leaps and bounds. And the turtles in this new movie are like metahuman. They're straight up.
Yeah,
They can,
that's a
they can,
problem I
like,
kind
the
of had
turtles-
with this movie.
Listen, the turtles in this movie can like by themselves, just one turtle knock a freaking Jeep over. They can knock a Hummer over. Just
And you
they're
didn't have a
like,
problem with that?
huh?
I mean, it kind of only Splinter kind of kept the whole ninja aspect of the Splinter and the Shredder was like the only ninja aspect of this movie. Everyone else was either superhuman or
Well, see,
military.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, first of all, and then the Shredder. The Shredder is okay. Let me tell you this: the Shredder is not a good character outside of this Shredder's because he has a suit. He has like some kind of robotic suit that kind
Is
of
it,
Razor
gives.
is
blades
it even
everywhere.
Oroku Saki?
Yo, it's Soroku Saki from what we know. Like they didn't really they say it's Soroku Saki, so we don't know if if there's gonna be any other characters involved with the Shredder. But when the Shredder is fighting, when the Shredder is inside of his suit fighting the turtles and fighting Splinter, this is like the baddest ass Shredder you've ever seen in any Shredder media, in any Turtles media. Like this,
Even better than Demon Shredder.
Or the
better than
comic,
Demon
or the comic book Shredder.
it's better
comic
than any
IDW
Shredder you've ever
Shredder.
seen. This is better than any Shredder. I'm talking about fighting wise, in terms of the fighting, not in terms of the character. Like the character.
Well,
he
the
has. I'm
guy
talking about
who
in
like
terms
conquered the
of
space system or conquered
Right.
hell.
if you're
that
talking about
guy.
Shredder, if you're talking about seeing Shredder fight as a badass, kicking the turtles' ass, even defeating Splinter, this is the Shredder that you want to see through any type of turtle media whatsoever. This is the definitive Shredder in that respect.
I mean,
it's
Neff,
hot-
I'm not gonna lie to you. Anything is better than Kevin Nash busting his quads. I'm just saying.
Well,
Yo,
but
you have to
anyway,
listen
what
to
I'm saying is
reason.
that
We're all gonna die.
all right, but check this out.
So be it.
But check this out. Whenever the movie is not focused on the Turtles, Splinter, or Shredder,
And
the
that's a
movie
lot.
is horrible. This is when the movie is horrible.
And this is the same weakness we had with every concurrent Transformers film since.
But here's the
We
thing, though.
don't
Here's
want
the
to
thing.
care
Oh,
about
boy.
the humans.
Yep, yep.
But
We
here's the
want
thing, though.
turtles.
But hold on. Here's the thing, though. Like, what's funny is I don't understand why. First of all, why April O'Neil was played by Megan Fox.
It doesn't matter.
And-
You don't
Megan-
understand why?
and-
I'm gonna say
You don't
this
understand
about Megan
why?
Fox.
Oh, wow.
She's not really. She's not necessarily. She's not a good April O'Neil, but she's the hottest April O'Neil in any. Yeah,
Sorry,
she's
I
the hottest
prefer
April O'Neil.
April O'Neil to be a black computer hacker. Excuse me.
I don't
Yo,
care. I don't
my
care. I
nigga.
don't care.
My
This-
nigga.
like,
Damn.
Megan
Damn.
Fox is I don't mind looking at Megan Fox in this movie. She's hot. I don't care. But she's not like she doesn't like she's not April O'Neil in terms of a character. But
But
She
she's
also
not
don't-
anybody in terms of a character. That's the
She
whole
also
point with
she
my
also has
nigga.
no facial expressions. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah, she doesn't. But like we already know that about Megan Fox. I'm not saying that she was a good choice for April O'Neil, but
Oh, come on.
she's
Come on.
hot. That's all I care
And that's
about.
the
I
only
don't
reason
really
Michael
care
Bay
about right now.
ever chooses it. Because she's hot.
But listen. This movie has some like the good aspects that it has are really really good, and it's sad because it's a disappointment because you have things that could have been easily rectified like that. You have bad things that could have been easily rectified and made good.
Is it
Like,
true
you have-
that
like
the
we-
Ninja Turtles learn ninjutsu not from the memories of their master Splinter, but from a book?
So did you see it, Elf?
I saw,
No.
Parts
Did you
of
see
the
the movie?
bootleg
Did you
copy.
watch the movie?
yes.
Okay.
And, there were some entertaining parts, the ones that they highlighted were certainly entertaining. But it reminds me, it's kind of like an inversion of the classic 1991 Turtles film. The Ninja Turtles film was both a very kind of serious action flick and a goofy comedy.
You mean
for
Ninja
kids.
Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze?
No, I'm talking about the first one, the
No,
PG-13.
the first one came out in 1990. The Turtles 2 came out in 91.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
saying
90,
91. I'm talking
1990,
about years.
1990. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But while the first movie had an equally balance between serious dark content and goofy kid comedy based on the cartoons, when it was funny, it needed to be, but then it went straight back to tonality. This movie, it doesn't know what the fuck it wants to be. It's trying to be a, I don't know, 2 hour long, hour and a half long
Well, it wasn't a
version
long
of
movie.
the
Yeah, it wasn't a long
of the
movie.
1980s cartoon. It's if you have never been a fan of no, okay, this is the best part. This is the best way. If you were a fan of the 1980s cartoon and you want to feel good about this movie, just pretend that this is a giant films-wide episode of the old 1980s
Nah,
cartoon.
it has not. It's nothing like that.
Only
Not at
trying
all.
to be
not
more
even,
serious.
Not whatever you're saying. Nah, hell no. Check this out. This movie is. Let me say this. This movie is extremely violent, and this movie has a lot of profanities. Like you're hearing.
That's how
Wait.
it was with Transformers too. It was a
Nah, but
corny
this has
1980s
nothing to do.
cartoon.
This has nothing to do with Transformers when we're talking about because you just talked about the original Turtles cartoon, and then you're comparing it with this, saying that it's no hell no.
It is. It's for a
No,
Hollywood.
it's not. It has. Listen, the original Turtles cartoon was just straight up slapstick and goofiness.
You're
and
not wrong.
lightheartedness.
Hey,
It
he's
was
not wrong.
lightheartedness. There's nothing lighthearted about this freaking new
Really?
Turtles.
Like
This
Michael
new Turtles.
constantly,
Listen,
Michelangelo
what's the
constantly
rate-
hitting on
listen,
April.
What's the rating? Stop. What's the rating on this new Ninja Turtles film? What's the rating? Is it PG or something? This is like a
PG-13.
rated PG-13 in terms of the content. They saying they're cursing. They're not saying fuck or shit. I think I heard somebody say shit, but they're not really saying any like rated R stuff. But they're saying like acid. They're like saying some real like stuff that you wouldn't want no kid hearing. You know what I'm saying? This
Well,
is
of
like
course,
a really
but like I'm
What?
saying, it's just they had the same with the Transformers. They turned the Transformers into something more adult. That's how it is with Hollywood adaptations. When you adapt to Hollywood, you gotta escape the
I
skit.
wouldn't call I wouldn't call Transformers. To me, Transformers in terms of like just the characters and what they say, isn't really as just gratuitous as this new one. This one, this new Turtles, they were talking like teenagers. They were talking like
That
like
part
how
was good.
teenagers would talk, and like they weren't like polite turtles and stuff. They were kind of assholes. So this is Transformers really has nothing to do with this in terms of turtles. Like
In terms of the tone of a Hollywood adaptation of a cartoon, they
Yeah,
take
but-
all of the childish accent, they keep all the funny stuff and scrap everything else so it can look mature, but it is not.
I'm
This
not
is
saying it's mature. I'm not saying
uh,
it's mature. I'm
uh,
just telling you the facts of it. Like this is not. This movie has a lot of interesting aspects that could have made it good.
but a
This is
lot
a
of
bad film. This is
inconsistencies.
a bad film that could have easily been made a good film because they have good aspects of this film.
You know
There's
what would have been made a good film?
what?
If instead of concentrating on the mutant part, it would have been more like ninjas. The whole design,
Mm.
yeah, the whole design
Well,
aspect does not lend itself to the whole Ninja Turtle thing. I
well,
mean,
it
you
doesn't.
highlight
Well, as
Ninja
far as I'm
Turtles, and they're
concerned, the
more like
fight.
super,
Listen,
like X-Men.
the fight scenes I'm seeing, and then the stuff Splinter had them doing. That's a ninja, as far as I'm concerned. Like the origin story was stupid. But the good thing about the origin story was we got to see the turtles as kids, and kind of, that was kind of fun. But the origin is stupid because
They try
Splinter and
tying
the
everything
turtles.
to everything.
Let me finish. Let me finish saying this.
Yeah.
The turtles have nothing to do with their history. Has nothing to do really with ninjas. They, the whole Hamato Yoshi, the whole tie with the Foot
Yo, I'm
Clan and stuff.
so pissed off about that.
It's not here in that film, and that's one of the bad things about this film. Is this there's a lot of really stupid
Whitewashing,
things.
because I heard like a lot of criticism.
Whitewashing is the least of this movie's problems. Whitewashing is the least of this.
Yeah,
movie's
but I heard a
problem.
lot of criticisms that pretty much this movie tried to take away almost every Asian aspect of the Ninja Turtles mythology,
Listen,
except maybe the martial arts
I mean, maybe
and the Shredder.
maybe that's the case, but
Nah,
not really.
nah,
No,
not
but
really.
listen,
Nah.
let's just say. But hold on. Let's just say that it is that. Let's just say that that is the case for this new movie. That doesn't matter. That's the least of this movie's problem. If that was the only problem that this movie had, that would be great. Okay, let them be whitewashed because turtles are kind of whitewashed anyway. Turtles always been
Yeah,
whitewashed.
it is true.
It's not
It is.
anything new.
It's basically a white man's version of ninjas.
So what I'm saying is that bottom line, what I'm saying is that the turtles could have, for instance, the whole plot of this movie, right? One of the worst plots I've ever seen in a film is that this super wealthy dude, right? The guy,
Eric
the
Sachs.
white dude, yeah, William Fichtner, he plays Eric Sachs, right? So he's this super wealthy dude, right? This guy has a fucking huge mansion on some kind of snowy mountain with some kind of huge compound. Like this guy is wealthy. Like this guy, you don't need to do
Is Trump
shit
wealthy?
anymore. Because you're so fucking wealthy, like you run a multi-global corporation that we really don't even know about, that really doesn't get any real explanation, but you're super wealthy is what I'm saying. This guy has got so much money it's stupid. So his whole plan is with this some kind of use this mutagen to kind of create a worldwide, like a statewide disease, and then he's gonna have the cure. The mutagen is the cure.
So
what
you're
do,
telling
wait,
me?
wait, stop.
Yeah.
Don't interrupt me, please.
All right.
So what's gonna happen is he's gonna use the mutagen as a cure, and the government is gonna, and his whole thing is to get money from the government so that he can be stupid rich. This is just about money. It's to get money. This whole thing is to get money, which this guy already has tons of already.
So what you're telling me is this guy wanted to do complete global saturation.
Pretty much.
Did you really have to do that?
Pretty much.
Come on, come on,
Pretty
come on.
much.
It was so easy. It's so easy. I mean,
But listen, but what I'm saying is that this
Oh,
movie is
boy.
more disappointing film than it is just like I'm outright mad at it because it was just such a horrible film that it had. This movie had oh my god, this movie could have been great because they did some good things. They did some good things right, man. They did some good things in this movie, man.
you
It's
know what
like,
would have been best if they
What?
just would have copied the IDW comic, which has all the good things from this movie, but actual Ninja Turtle stuff.
Yeah, they should have done that. Yeah,
Hmm.
they should have done that.
So are we done with
Final
Ninja Turtles?
rating on this movie, I gotta give this movie a C, and the reason it gets a C is because the reason it gets a C is because of everything it did good. It did.
Ah,
That's the only reason it gets a C. Like if it gets
C
a C
minus
on
for
the
me,
strength
man.
of the turtle. Like I can't give it anything higher than a C, but it is a film that if you're a turtle fan, you have to see this movie because
Uh,
this movie does the turtles right. I mean, in terms of the turtles themselves and the fighting, the action scenes are some of the best I've seen in a while, man. Like, goddamn, is the
well,
Shredder and Splinter badass?
ultimately, this movie will always depend on your taste. If you are a fan of the more outlandish stuff, the turtles, like the old cartoon, the '90s movies, the toy line,
The one
that
we
kind of
grew up
stuff,
with.
Vanilla Ice, then this movie will
Listen,
be good for you.
if you like Secret of the Ooze, then there's no way you can't watch this film and at least come
Exactly.
and at least see
Exactly.
something that's noteworthy. At least see something that's
The
redeemable
only
in this film.
problem is that if you like the more serious stuff, like the original 1990s movie, the comic books, the 2003 stuff, the stuff that deals with more of the ninjas rather than the mutant parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so that ninja then went away. What else?
Right. That's it. But this
So-
movie, but it's not a good movie though. This is not a good movie.
You
but
know,
it
you know
does
what I
some
have
good
a problem
things.
with this though.
That's all I'm
The
saying.
main problem, the
What?
fear I have with this,
What?
because it was such a success, that this movie might affect all other media of the Turtles
Oh, it
for
could.
a
It
long
definitely
time
could.
to
But
go.
here's this. But check this out,
Possibly.
Elf. Check this out. Check this out, Elf. But wait, hold on. Check this out. Check this out. I like the good things about this movie so much that I want to see a sequel and see if they can at least.
They are making
Well,
a sequel.
there's already a sequel. They already
but
announced
I
that
want to
shit.
see if they can at least like not only keep the good things that was good, but also add more good things and take out some of the bad things. Because I'm not expecting the sequel to be like a perfect film or even a good film. I'm expecting it to at least be a decent film, unlike the first one was. This one, because like I love to see this. The one thing that the future installments of the Turtles anything needs to keep is the action and the violence. They need to keep that. They need to keep those aspects because this film did that well. This is the type of Turtles in terms of fighting. You ain't never seen the Turtles as badass as they are in this film. Like,
Well, let me ask you this.
Uh,
Let me ask you this.
I seen it
Would
better.
would the movie have benefited from a higher rating instead of a PG-13?
Like a rated R, then we would have actually
no,
gotten
no,
the
no.
Ninja
It's
Turtle
not.
movie
I
we
don't
would have
even
watched.
think it's PG-13. I think it's PG.
It's PG-13.
Oh, it's PG-13.
Oh yes,
Hell yeah!
yes.
Like, please. I mean, Michael Bay would have did a better job.
No,
Yeah,
no.
like,
Look, I told you
listen,
once, and I told you a million
Listen.
times. This is not David Linshoff's movie. He's just being there to be a stooge.
Nah,
this is
nah,
Bay
listen,
all
listen.
over.
Listen. Michael Bay directing this film would at least been better because I love Bay. I love Michael Bay, and
No, that was
he didn't
David
direct.
Linshoff.
He merely produced it. It's his production company that produced it.
But it's the same thing almost as Marvel and their directors. They just pick someone who wants to play ball, and it's literally their movie. It's not, if Steven Spielberg were to do a Marvel movie, and he has to do everything that they had to tell him because continuity. It's a Marvel movie. It's not a Steven Spielberg movie.
But of course, this movie could have benefited from a different director, of course. But this was still, it still had, like I said, stuff that I really liked about it. If it
I'm
were
I'm
if
just
it were
sad that we're
just
not
an
going to get a
abject-
genuine Ninja Turtle movie
Listen-
until maybe I'm an old man.
Listen, if it were an abject failure of a movie, I wouldn't even be talking about it. I wouldn't even be saying anything about this movie. But this movie is more of a disappointment than anything because it had such good stuff in it that it could have been good.
Well, you know
what I
what
mean?
wasn't
So,
a disappointment?
what?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, boy.
Hey.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
seen that
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
I'm gonna see
Define
that probably
not
this week.
disappointment. Define not
Fine,
disappointment.
not disappointment. Okay.
Yes. Now it's
Guardians
your
of the
turn, Max.
Galaxy
Now it's your
was
turn.
a 1 in a million bolt of lightning in a bottle, in a maze, in a Rubik's Cube moment. These are guys that nobody has ever heard of. Nobody even gives a shit about. Now you have kids all around the country saying, I am Groot, and hugging their rocket raccoons. And this is not even a kiddie movie like the Avengers or Thor or
Avengers a
Captain
kiddie
America
movie?
or Iron.
Okay, it had more mature undertones. Put it that way. How's that?
Okay, pretty much one scene, they were all getting drunk at a bar and they were trying to kill each other. And then another scene, Star-Lord was talking about all the aliens that he was trying to have sex with.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Disney.
Oh boy.
But to be fair, he wasn't being descriptive either. It was more of a joking moment, like, "Hey, I did this and this and this." I mean, the movie was good. I'm not going to say it wasn't. I enjoyed the movie, but then again, I actually was one of the people that followed Guardians of the Galaxy and the original Guardians of the Galaxy and all of most of Marvel's cosmic universe.
Wait, when you say the original Guardians of the Galaxy, are you talking about like the old school, back in the future shit with Vance Astro and
Yes, I am.
oh shit. Yes, Pax is going to lay down some knowledge, man.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna leave it alone.
All right. Yeah.
Because I'll start talking about, I'll start talking about Vance, and then they'll be like, wait, he has a Captain America shield, and he's from the future. Why does he look like Silver Surfer? No, not
Nah.
doing it. Not doing it.
Cool.
I'll keep it simple. Guardians of the Galaxy that everybody knows and loves today. Somebody wants to talk about
that's
it?
true. That's
Right.
true. He got a really big push from Marvel ever since they got the license to do this movie, and yeah, no. According to Marvel, Capcom doesn't exist anymore. They're done. We're making our own fighting games now.
No, but they had Rocket Raccoon in Ultimate.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So,
It's a joke. It's
Ultimate
an
Marvel
in
3,
joke.
So,
It's an in
so
joke.
that kind of, I think that kind of gave Rocket Raccoon like more of a push to people that didn't know him, being that the guys that played the Ultimate Marvel 3. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, and then you got the wrestling fans who come to see the Batista as Drax. So it's like,
right, pretty much.
Oh,
right. Exactly.
let it be known that the best character in that film was not Groot, was not Rocket, was not Star-Lord or Gamora. It was Drax, the fucking Destroyer.
I will say
Oh,
that's
he
true.
stole
He did a
the
lot.
damn
Batista
movie.
did a lot better than I expected him to do.
He stole
mean-
the damn movie.
I mean,
Damn.
Batista's not that bad of an actor. Don't get me wrong.
Okay,
I mean,
I have a
You're gonna
very
love him.
vivid,
You're gonna love him.
imagination, and I remember the last movie he did, and I was like,
he's not that bad. He just
No.
bad. He just got
Batista
bad
has
roles.
a history of not being a good actor. So I
He
can't
got
say
bad roles.
But if
He
he
got
did a
really
good job
shit-
in this Guardians of the Galaxy, then I'm gonna give
Well,
him
that's
props.
because he knew about that. So prior to the role, once he got the role of Drax, he decided to take more acting lessons in order to do a better performance.
Well,
as
that's
well
good.
as study,
That's
as
good.
well as study, the character itself.
He studied the character.
Because
he was really
before
hyped for
that,
this.
he was horrible actor. Like I love Batista, but like as an actor, he's no. Before
He
this,
has
he
the
was horrible.
potential to have the same
wait,
kind
wait,
of star as The Rock.
wait. He actually studied. He actually studied
No.
Drax.
He studied Drax and he studied acting in order to
Did
get
he
that.
really study Drax?
Well, that's not his fault. That's the fault of the script.
The
I'm
writer's
just
writing.
Changing
saying
Drax's-
because
It's the
Drax.
writing.
Yeah, because that's not the Drax I remember.
It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
writing, bro. It's the listen. A lot of the problems as to why a lot of comic book fans really don't buy into a lot of comic book movies is because of the writing. Robert Downey Jr. is such a character. Don't get me wrong. We're not talking Guardians of the Galaxy right now, but like he's such a character and he knows how to. He's really good at what he does as Tony Stark. Like comic book fans would kind of forgive him because he takes all the basics of Tony Stark and amplifies that shit to 10.
Well, I actually love him as Stark, but I was just making a point of Drax. A lot of
Yeah.
people like he did a good job. And it's like, well, Drax was actually created to fight Thanos, so him getting his ass handed to him by Roland, yeah, no,
Yeah,
that wasn't happening.
Drax was a badass, and Drax was like, "I'm gonna fuck you up." That's exactly what he is. You
But
know what I'm saying?
the disappointing with Drax is that he is not the powerhouse that he used to
Right.
be back in the day.
But
And-
also,
But this
keep
is
this
concurring with the comic books. He's not a powerhouse anymore. He killed Thanos by a sneak attack. He's more a berserker now than anything.
He's a berserker tactician. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the one thing that I'm saying. Like, you never know. The next Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I think they did say they're gonna do another Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
They are.
No.
They are.
At the end of the movie, he realized that Ronan was being used by Thanos. So the next thing he says, yo, I know that I killed Ronan and he killed my family, but fuck, he was a puppet. No, I
No,
will not
no,
rest
that's what
until
I'm
I
saying.
destroy Thanos.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. The next movie, you're probably gonna see OG Drax as in like a powerhouse
I
to
don't
take
know.
out Thanos.
I don't think so.
You
I
never
don't
know.
think
I'm
so.
not saying you never know, depending on what the writing is. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But
you
this is
gotta look
based
at
on
it.
the
You gotta look
current
at it this way.
Guardians.
Both of the characters, Drax and Gamora, are both powerhouses, and neither one of them were their comic book counterpart.
And to be
That's
fair,
true.
and to be fair, Gamora, a lot of women I know, especially I know a couple women. I actually went to school with a lady that works at the NYU Game Center and stuff like that. She wrote a blog about how Gamora was pretty much the best character in the movie because she wasn't overly sexualized and stuff like that. But I'm like,
But is that the
No,
only reason? Is that the only
no.
reason?
She had a lot of.
she was
She had a lot of
that's
good
one of the
fights.
that's one of the major reasons that she put out there. Also, like the women's empowerment stuff. So I'm sitting out there like reading it, and I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've always liked Gamora as a character. Don't get me wrong, but I'm sorry, like she got overshadowed by everybody else. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
that's true. That's true.
Right.
Gamora is a great was a great character in the movie. Zoe Saldana did a really good job with her, and she has like good chemistry with Chris Pratt, which finally convinced the world that he's actually a really good actor in this movie.
And a
But
good rapper too.
and a good rapper too, yo, and a good dancer. Damn, he's like ultra talented. But if I had to pick like the weakest character, it would be Gamora, but only because she had a great fight scene, and she got great chemistry with everyone. But she was a straight woman.
By
That's
the
the
way,
thing.
ladies and gentlemen, emphasis on the ladies. Don't be mad at the angry elf. This is only his personal opinion.
I think she's still a great character. She was just overshadowed with everyone else's better performance. I think she'll have a better performance in the sequel when they have more fight scenes, when they're taking the fight to Thanos.
Yeah, she needed to have more fight scenes. She definitely needed to.
I mean, yeah, like every person who went up there got bodied by Gamora, but she was like basically this, generic badass woman who was a ninja, a space ninja, and compared to the funny stylings of Star Lord, the warm and lovable Groot, the scrappy Rocket Raccoon, or Drax laughing like a madman, where they were crashing into the ship. He was going, yes, yes, ah, 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 ah.
Okay.
It's hard, to catch up with those guys. I think one of the problems you will probably have,
Excuse me.
Pax, is with Ronan, and I totally agree. The way they handled Ronan was,
Hey, here's a little tidbit. People that watch the movie versus the comics. Roland in the movie is a bad guy, but in the comics he's actually a good guy.
Oh,
Figure.
hold on. Time out. Is this in the current comics or
Yeah.
the?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just making sure.
Well,
Yo.
Ronan was a bad guy in the old comics.
He was
but
an anti-hero in the old.
he was an
comics.
anti-hero.
Time out. So we basically matched up like the 1980s plus the 2000s plus the 1990s and 65 and all that shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we matched up everything just because. Congratulations, writers. Please don't fuck up Power Rangers like this.
Nah, I don't even. I don't really. I'm not.
We're
waiting.
not getting into that yet. We're not getting into that yet.
Yeah,
But
let's
to
not.
be fair, James Gunn has to be one of the most creatively free thinkers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Almost any other director other than Joss Whedon and Jon Favreau who had to just play ball with Marvel and do it exactly how they do it. So that's why a lot of people are accusing Marvel of being more formulaic these days.
What's wrong with being formulaic? I'm sorry. Let's be real.
Listen,
Yo,
if the first
sticking to a formula works. Sticking to a formula always works.
Listen, if the first Iron Man film is a result of Marvel being formulaic, then please be formulaic because
No, actually it's the opposite. They've been trying to copy Iron Man 1 for every single film, and they've been failing.
I don't see how they work. I don't see how they work.
I don't see how they were feeling.
Because Iron Man 1 was completely improvisational.
Listen, Iron Man 2 and 3 were nothing like 1.
No,
Absolutely
exactly.
not.
That's why they
And
were
you know what?
failed.
And you know what? Let's be real. And you know what? Let's be real. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the Avengers. The one problem I had with the Avenger, there was no fucking plot. But
Yep.
Right,
that's
of course
a
there was
minor.
no plot.
That's
Bam!
an extremely minor. But that's an extremely minor gripe.
Right,
Like
because the film itself, the scope of the film succeeded, you know, and that's
Exactly.
all I really cared about, right?
Well,
Like-
mostly Avengers was really more about fan service, really.
Right,
fan service
right.
and one-liners. I mean, it was like you realize like almost every Marvel cartoon that ever existed that had an Avengers character in it was not formulaic. It was pretty much well written and everything. Story is
Avengers
well
Assemble.
done.
Look, I mean, Avengers Assemble is a good example.
Yeah.
No,
That's a
no, it
good
is
show.
not.
Yes, it is a good
Now,
show. That's
you know,
a good show.
Iron Man 96 was good.
Avengers Assemble isn't a good show, Elf? Really?
No, Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That was a good show.
Nah, Avengers
I mean,
Assemble.
look, but listen,
Assemble is good.
Oh
Like,
God,
Avengers
oh, that's
Assemble was
childish.
decent.
That's
Listen,
crazy.
Avengers,
He's crazy.
Avengers Assemble was pretty good when it comes to telling stories. Then you have
Yeah.
Earth Mightiest Heroes was really good at telling stories as well. 96 Iron Man, 90 Spider Man, and all that
Nah,
stuff.
I'm not gonna go with 90s Spider-Man. 90s X-Men. 90s X-Men is where it's at.
98 was good stories. I'm just saying, let's be real. If you're gonna make a parallel to any 90s series, Marvel or not, that was the Avengers. I'm sorry, 100% Power Rangers. I'm not gonna front with you. Formulaic, basic, paint by numbers, and that's all it was. But the Avengers paint by numbers was really
Clinton.
good.
Clinton. Who is the Pink Ranger?
Huh?
Who is the Pink Ranger?
Yeah, okay. Depends on which Pink Ranger you're asking me about because it's either Kimberly or Catherine, and I'm just saying. You know?
It's Hawkeye, Kimberly.
Oh my God, I'm done with you, say.
Okay.
Yo, big ups to Jeremy Renner. I hope he gets a better part in the sequel, cause he's been begging to actually play the actually good Hawkeye, and he got shafted at the Avengers royally. So, yep, pun. Was that all the things we wanted to go through with Guardians, or
No.
Okay,
I
Hacks.
know. Hacks wanted to go through like a myriad of things.
Okay,
Well,
Cax.
The
Bring it
biggest
on.
thing that I didn't care too much about how they did in the movies was the way they handled the Nova Corp. Like,
Oh yeah.
what
that
the
was
hell
garbage.
were you
That was
doing
garbage. Yo,
Yo,
that
there's-
was fucked up.
there's
John
space
C.
police.
Reilly.
with ships, and you threw the logo in there, and that's it? Where was your powers? That was not Nova Corp.
You ain't
What
know
was
why-
that?
You ain't know why they did that? Because they weren't the fucking focus. That's
They
why.
didn't have to be the focus. They could have been like, you know what, we're stretched thin. Or they can use the current line of the Nova. It's like, we don't have enough to do this, so hey, you handle your own fucking
But
problem.
they did that. They made that fucking excuse. Oh, we don't have enough. They're all off world.
But yet they got all these ships right here trying to stop his ship from hitting the planet, right?
Bro. You're asking a lot. In the
Well,
case of
here's the
Marvel
thing.
and
So
Logic,
now, if
yo.
you even want to introduce the Nova Corps as
Where
they
the hell
should
was
be
Dick Ryder,
into a later movie, you
Where
can't.
was Dick Ryder?
Because
Yes.
you already introduced them as being this lame ass, form copy of what they should be.
You know what I heard from rumors is that now they're going to use they're gonna try to use the Infinity Gem that they found as a power source.
And don't
in
even get
order
me
to
started with the
charge
damn
up-
gems. The colors are all fucking wrong.
Oh,
They're completely wrong.
Yo, don't get him started. Don't get him started.
I'm like, that's
Okay,
not
hold
that
up,
gem,
hold
and
up,
that's
hold up.
not that gem, and why is that called that? What the hell is this?
Hold
I was
on.
like, oh, I
Just
give
to
up.
go forward, just to go forward. The other MacGuffins from the Avengers movies are also part of the Infinity Gem set. That means the Tesseract and the Aether from Thor.
Don't
2.
forget that bullshit ether from
Yeah,
Thor,
that's what
which
I
is
said.
not
That's
even
what
a
I
gem.
said. That's what I said.
It's not even a gem, guys.
That's not,
Not
that's not,
even. Not
which,
even a
one,
jet.
which one is the Tesseract again? Is that supposed to be mined?
I don't even fucking.
Tesseract? Mm.
Tesseract is blue, Aether's red. The one that they got in Guardians was purple. And apparently
The Tesseract is space.
So yeah, I'm totally gonna go play Marvel superheroes now and try to remember the fucking gems.
Oh, you want the original gems or the bullshit gems?
I'm talking about
Because I can tell you the actual gems.
the OG gems. Give me the OG gems.
Okay, so the space gem, soul gem. You want the colors? What do you want from
Yes,
No,
yes,
Soul Gem
colors.
is green.
The whole
Cell
shebang,
is
the whole shebang.
okay. Soul Gem is green. I know that.
it? Right.
Space Gem is purple. Power Gem is red. I'm trying to remember which one's orange.
Orange.
The space was purple. The mind was blue.
Mine
The
was
soul was green. Reality was yellow. Time was orange, and power was red.
yeah, orange. Cause yeah, in Marvel superheroes, I know for a fact that the blue gem you couldn't get unless you got the Thanos.
So
And he
now
did-
the one. So now the one in the Guardians of the Galaxy is the power gem. The
Right.
one in
Purple
freaking Thor, the red shit that wasn't even a gem, the ether, that's a gem. The Tesseract,
So
It's
what? We're
blue.
making new gems.
yeah, the Tesseract is blue, which would say it's the mind gem, but the movie is saying it's the space gem. It's like,
False.
uh,
False.
Hmm.
Yo, false, son. Sorry about that. Now I don't even feel like watching the movie anymore.
Oh boy.
It's
like-
still a really, really good movie. but
it's
the
a good
thing is-
movie. It has
is,
its
it
faults,
is.
but it's a great movie. I will say that.
Nah,
But the thing-
all jokes aside. I mean, it sounds like the movie's a good one. I mean, I hope I get to see it soon. I
It-
really.
it's
I
just
just
the
wish.
problem is-
I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
understand why. I just don't understand why they just went ahead and mixed up the gems. It's like, why did you guys do that?
because they don't
Why
fucking
did you
care.
turn something that was created by something other than what created Infinity Gems and call it, hey, this is one of the gems? The ether from Thor is not a gem.
Fair enough. Listen.
What?
Because they don't want to actually have the Avengers look out for the gems. They just want to introduce that, movie by movie. They'll have a MacGuffin, just powerful beyond all reason, compared to all the other MacGuffins, and of course it's going to be a gem. Because if we actually, you have the Tesseract, Cosmic Cube, and you have the Aether, and then all of a sudden you have to look for these tiny ass little gems somewhere, and those two things couldn't do shit.
Don't forget the Soul Gem that was in Loki's staff that they didn't allure to at all.
What's
at
that?
all.
The Soul Gem. What's that? The Soul Gem.
Yep.
If
Nah,
that
they
looked
might.
blue.
They might totally. Nah, here.
The reason why it's the Soul Gem is because he used that gem to control other people, and that was the power of the Soul Gem.
Yes.
Hmm.
All right. Well,
All right,
apparently
so-
now that's on Hydra's side.
So everybody, question. I want to know, Hacks, was this your favorite movie of 2014?
X.
Of course not. My favorite movie of 2014. You don't want to.
I'm going to say no, just because Captain America: Winter Soldier came out, and I'm a big Cap fan as well, and I think that was better.
I'm not mad at that, son. I'm not mad at that.
I had
Yo.
to think about it for a second, but Captain was better.
I gotta see it. I still haven't seen it.
That
And I'm
that's
hearing
pretty.
Winter Soldier was awesome. I haven't seen it.
It was
yet.
fantastic.
Not
I'm
gonna
sorry,
lie.
that was perhaps one of the best Marvel films to date.
Not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of Captain America anymore. Cause Iron Man came around and it was like, yo, I'm sorry, I like rich douchebags. Like he's too white.
The Winter Soldier just introduces so many elements. It was a spy Thor, it was espionage. It was breaking down what Shield was. It was uncovering the truths of how bad Shield has fucked up, and it laid the groundwork going forward.
I mean, we
And
don't know how bad Shield fucked up.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I'm sorry. Sam Jackson as Nick Fury was all like, yeah, we fucked up. Like,
Yo, Cap,
Oh boy.
that ain't Master Miller.
And I
There's
like how,
some
and
other
I
niggas
actually
like
had my
him.
doubts how they were going to do the Falcon, but they did a really good job with him.
Yo, Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, he did
I'm
it.
not gonna be surprised.
Perfect.
Originally everyone was thought, okay, now there's gonna be part 3. And Evans is gonna be walking out. We all know what's gonna happen. Sebastian Stan is gonna be the new Cap, and they're gonna end up with Cap's death. But now, thanks to Mackie's performance, they upgraded the Falcon into Captain America. And now there's rumors that it may not be Bucky being Cap, is gonna be Anthony Mackie.
Are you talking about the movie? Yeah, we still don't know because
Yo,
it
Black-
also ties in the fact that Chris
Yo, Black
Evans
Cat,
wants
let's
to be
go.
done.
Man, I'm torn. Because Sam Wilson, he deserves the role.
Oh, okay. I put it this way. I like it. I'll put it this way. There's 3 iconic characters there. You got Cap, you got Falcon, and you got Winter Soldier. Honestly, I didn't like when they made Bucky Captain America in the first place because they made him. They changed too many principles of actually what the Winter Soldier was. I like him better the way he is. He's sneaky. He works in the shadows, and he does his best work with people not telling him what the fuck to do.
but I like the Winter Soldier as Captain America because he kind of represented the current America at the time. He wasn't altruistic. He's seen a lot of bad shit, and he's trying to redeem himself from being a killer, which was kind of America's image at the time during the Iraq War.
And then
But
now you look at Falcon. Falcon is just as clean as Captain America is.
no,
Have
he's
you
not.
have
No,
you
he's
ever
not.
seen him do anything really fucked up? Seriously, in all of his comics.
He did came from a rough. He came from a rough neighborhood.
Right. But ever since
He
he
was.
became the
He
Falcon,
used to
has
be.
he done
He used to be
anything?
a pimp. He used to be a pimp.
My man came from Brooklyn. He used to have his holes on the corner, just
No,
chilling.
hold up, hold up. I thought he came from Harlem.
Yo,
That was his origin.
same place.
Oh, boy.
Anyways,
Oh boy.
If
Nah.
that's how it is, almost everybody from Harlem is just gonna come from Brooklyn all of a sudden.
yo, it's a joke. Relax.
Oh boy.
But that's a gentrification. That's a gentrification joke, son.
Yo, word exactly.
Yada yada.
Yo, man, crazy, man. But yeah, so are we still on this topic? It's time to move on.
I think we're done. We were going to talk about some serious issues going on.
How much did we got through everything? So
We
We
got
got through everything except for the one topic, and I don't know.
future of television.
Oh, we
We
can
need to
do
talk
that
about
till next time. That's another thing. For
Yeah, I
next
think
time.
that probably is good because how long we've been running this podcast right now?
Right.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, it is 9:14 p.m. on the East Coast. Just saying.
9:15.
Right.
Man.
All right, well, how about we just touch base real quick and say that our hearts and our prayers goes out to everybody in Ferguson because that is a
Yeah.
fucked up situation, and we hope that
Yeah,
gets
it is.
resolved soon.
Mm-hmm,
The police
mm-hmm.
department is
yeah,
incompetent.
yeah.
You guys fucked up badly, and you know you did. You stop
let's
covering
be
up for
real.
what you did.
Please
let's
stop
be
the
real.
militarization of the police.
Let's be real.
Oh yeah.
Let me explain to you. Yo, Gabe said it right. Gabe has a point. Gabe pretty much said to me in a Facebook post was like, between 9/11, terrorism and all that stuff, and war creating surplus weapons, that the police is going to become way more militarized than it should be.
Right. I saw Gabe's post, but I agree with him with that. I don't agree with this because I agree with him with the weapons and whatnot, but it still comes down to principle. Your ass is in that position to serve and protect. There are guidelines that you're supposed to fucking follow. You do not point a loaded gun at an unarmed person.
Yes,
That is
yes,
cruel. You do not do that.
No, the thing is, here's the thing with the training. What's weird is like, yeah, you put your gun, what you do, you're supposed to do a warning shot. That means like, don't shoot at them. Just
You
do a
shoot
warning.
upward. You want a warning shot? Shoot upwards, where there is
Yes,
nobody
yes.
going to die.
And how about when they stop and tell you that I don't have anything and you continue to shoot them?
No,
That's
and
some
that's a
fucking
problem.
racist
That's
shit.
a problem. No, I don't say that's racist. That's power hungry, and that's basically people. That's basically people doing stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Not really thinking before they do it. They get the gun. They don't think about the possibilities of shit like that.
Then you should not be in that position, and you should not be a police officer.
Here's the thing. Did you not hear about the one guy with a high IQ that did not get accepted by a police force, and he sued them for it? They're not gonna the police, the PDs are literally like, yo, we're not gonna hire people who test high on the IQ test because they fear that these people would throw a wrench into what they're doing. They want people dumb enough. They want people dumb enough just to follow orders. In this case,
Or people greedy enough to just play with the game.
I can't co-sign that because I know a lot of good officers that are aren't like that. I can't
exactly.
co-sign.
That's
I agree
sad.
too.
That's sad.
I agree too, dude. I was gonna go join the NYPD at one point. Don't get me
I
wrong.
was gonna join the police after I got out the military, and I was like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, my older sister was in the military. My uncle and my cousin were in the military, and I'm sitting down talking with a officer's wife that I knew from school, and she's sitting down, bullshit and blindly supporting the police, and I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, but dissemination of information and evidence, logical dissemination should not be blinded by the fact that you are the wife or the spouse of a police officer. That should just not be the case. Congratulations. Now I'm discrediting everything you're saying at this point because it's going to be extremely biased for bias's sake. Here's the thing. Like, the whole thing is Staten Island, which is a mess. I just read something in the Daily News today where the NYPD in that precinct isn't doing anything in that section of Tompkinsville anymore because, you know, it's already drug riddled and stuff like that. People selling drugs on a corner and Lucy's and all that stuff like that. And the police ain't doing anything anymore when people complain. The white people that live there are complaining to the police officers and they're not doing anything anymore because of the whole thing with Eric Garner. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
No,
the whole thing with that
but
shouldn't.
that, see,
That,
that
first of all,
still doesn't make any sense because
yeah,
you know this situation didn't happen because somebody called and you know and the cops the cops wasn't able to detain the suspect or anything. They used overwhelming unnecessary force, man, on a man
Right.
who just sold cigarettes. So that bullshit that they're saying that oh no we don't want to come by. No, that's it's full of shit. They're not coming by because they want the neighborhood to get more fucked up. So that
or they're
so that,
not coming by because they know that their police force is fucked up and they don't want to be responsible for any unneeded deaths on their part, which is bullshit.
And that precinct has had the most lawsuits on its head. Keep this in mind. Out of the whole 5 boroughs and Yonkers of New York City, that precinct in Staten Island and other precincts in Staten Island have been sued more than everywhere else in the city. So that leads you to think about something real quick. How fucked up is it in Staten Island compared to the rest of the city?
Question.
Well, what you mean in terms of the police force or what?
In terms of the police.
Oh. Well.
Because you don't hear shit like that in like the rest of the boroughs. The most you heard out of Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, and the Bronx was people getting detained and stopped and frisked for almost no reason. And not like killing people, but excessive force to a degree and things like that out of the last few years. That's what you heard the most of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a sad predicament all the way around. Not just stuff that happened in Ferguson or New York. Shit that's happened recently in the past in Florida. It's everything regarding the police. It's just getting out of hand, guys. It's just dumb shit. Either being involved directly or not. When matters of this come into the hands of the police, they're dropping the ball. And I'm not saying all police are doing this, but things that are happening in Ferguson or the death of Eric or other related topics, it's getting out of hand. And, it's giving the good police a bad name. At the same time, it's making people who don't have a clear mind on the shoulder, like, you know what, fuck all police. They're all assholes. I'm going to kill your last one.
And that's pretty much, and
that's what's happening.
And don't get me wrong, there's like, I'm going to be honest, on this podcast right now, I don't mean to, make it a racial thing, but at this point, there's 3 black people in this conversation right now. Right?
And one Latino.
One Latino.
And one Asian.
And one Asian. Let's put shit into perspective. Think about this for a minute. Now, what I've seen on Facebook and what I've seen in the news is nothing but people of color basically going against the police. And this is the perpetualization of everything that's going on because we already have this distrust of the police to a degree.
Right.
Some of us, not all of us, but some of us. I trust the police because I've never really gotten in any skirmishes with the police before. The only thing I've gotten was a ticket for using a green Metro card when I was like 20 and 2 summonses
Still using that
for
Metro card, man.
and 2 hey, listen, my old private school gave it to me. And 2 summonses for riding my bike on the sidewalk, and that's about it.
I can't say the same because I haven't had a direct scrimmage with the police, but we did encounter an issue many years ago when my father was alive where so basically some idiot was driving down the street and hit my brother. So everybody, he was out there with his friends. So the guy who hit my brother wasn't stopping. So his friends ran up to the guy's car and pulled the guy out the car.
Right.
So somebody called the cops. And next thing I know, I got somebody coming up to my mom's house. We were all there and they're like, hey, James got hit, blah, 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 blah. So we're running down the street. Next thing we know, there all these cops over there. There's ambulance taking them in there. There's cops questioning everybody. And one thing led to another. A cop's pushing my dad, a cop's pushing my wife, a cop's pushing my mom. My sister jumped on the cop's back. Cop pushed me. I pushed the fucking cop back. Everybody got arrested. I got what did I get? I didn't get a charge. They just told me, blah, don't do this shit again. My wife, who didn't do anything, who was holding our newborn daughter, she got several months of community service because we had a lawyer involved. Nothing happened to my sister because they confused my sister for jumping on the cop's back and said it was my wife. My dad got community service. My mom had something as well. And the whole thing happened because, this was a race issue. We went to court. We told the judge, this is what happened. We didn't do shit. The cops started fucking with us. And the judge was like, we don't care. Blah, blah, blah. You got involved. Even though we had eyewitnesses at that case saying, hey, they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I already had my distrust for cops. And after all this shit that's been happening as of recently, I actually am worried about having a cop pull me over or having the cop stop and say, hey, what are you doing? Because the way that things have been going, do you honestly feel safe with a cop stopping you this day and age?
And what's funny is and I think it was like in Utah, this little white kid got shot and killed because he didn't hear the cop saying stop. And he had his headphones on and everything like that. You know what I mean? And this kid was with his 7-year-old brother at the time. So to his 7-year-old brother seeing that, that's crazy. And keep in mind, it's like we're not learning from the Crown Heights riots in New York City. Like, when
we're not learning from anything.
And that's the sad thing. We're not learning from Rodney King. We're not learning from Abner Louima. We're not learning from Amadou Diallo. We're not learning from anything at this point. You know what I'm saying?
And the bad thing is, I know I talked to a couple people about this and saying, things have to get better. And the thing we all agreed on is, sad about this is shit's going to have to get a lot worse before it gets better.
True. Yes, yes.
I'm thinking we should go all, fucking Mad Max on everything and
that doesn't help. Over. And that doesn't help because then the police will just get more militarized and then start doing more dumb shit.
The thing is and this is what I feel like we should do. Like, there should be at least a few select people that will go and, try to, like, talk to the police as a community and really start to understand what the thing is. Because I get what the police are going through. I understand that, they're always on edge and that they're always thinking and they're always on their feet because they can never know what will go wrong.
But that doesn't justify them killing innocent people.
It doesn't justify that. It doesn't justify that. But my personal thing is, I'm sorry, I'm going to let you go as soon as I say this. I think the communities really need, especially the ethnic communities, really need to start thinking instead of reacting. And that's an issue.
What do you mean? What do you mean thinking? And what way?
Like really just trying to find a solution that'll help them instead of just being like, oh shit, fuck this, da da da. Like it's more confrontations than there's than solutions at this point.
Well, check this out. Check this out, Clint.
But I do understand.
There's a lot of.
I do understand.
Listen, there's a lot of things that need to be done. There's not like 1 or 2 or 3 things that could be done to change this. There's a lot because you gotta understand this whole situation is societal. Society itself is fucked up. It's not you're not gonna change anything. You're not gonna change anything by reforming the police department or anything like that. You're not gonna change anything by reforming the people in the neighborhood to get the cops and the citizens talking. That's not gonna change anything.
Yo, can we do anything by taking over the neighborhood?
No, that's not even about that. If you're gonna have to change society, that's the only way this thing is rooted in the psychology of every single individual in this country.
Because think about this for a minute. In a country that supposedly said that things like racism and homophobia and all this shit is practically dead. Then you get
who said that? What country they living in?
Is dead is an idiot. Anybody
that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know where you heard that is dead.
No, like a lot of people in the media are saying that stuff is supposed
That's
to be
the
dead
Why
and
would you
media.
everything.
listen to
That's
the
It's
the
media,
And
media.
then
man.
no,
Yes.
can I finish? Can I finish? See, let me finish.
Man, yeah, I don't see that
I
happening
know that
anywhere.
it's not done, but
Yeah.
there are people out there that don't give a fuck and will sit down there and say, "Listen, I'll get along with this guy because this guy is just like me." Despite what we might look like on the outside, our idiosyncrasies is what matters the most, right?
Mhm.
Sure,
The
sure.
whole world is not about It's not about about learning about what the idiosyncrasies of each other is. We're just focused on what we can see instead of what we can feel. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
but like
I follow
like
you.
I said, man, we like every single human being, we're gonna have to undergo like a societal upheaval before anything changes, man. Like you have innate division of humanity. You know, like for instance, you got white people that don't look at anybody of any different ethnicity as a human being the way, it's all about dehumanization. Like you don't see another person as you see yourself, you know what I mean? Black people, we're also guilty because black people have been through so much, and obviously they're gonna have things against say white people. It's a division. We're all human beings, and we
And,
don't.
and on and on top of that, with black people, it's light skin versus black skin, dark skin, and it's like
Oh,
what?
please don't mention that.
Well, let's
That's
yeah,
Hey,
but
don't
I mean
forget
you're
about us
right about
Asians
that.
as
But
well.
like I
Yeah.
said, you got
Yeah.
so
Are you
much. You got
Japanese,
so
William?
Well,
Or are
I
you
don't even know. I'm
Chinese?
starting to. Well, actually, my family is originated from Malaysia, so we're actually Chinese, but
okay,
originally Malaysian.
okay, okay.
Okay,
Huh?
that quiet.
No, I mean like what? So like you
Oh,
understand because I mean,
guys? Am I Mexican?
are you Mexican?
are you?
Are
Are
you?
you?
Are you?
I don't know because we're all doing this
Carlos,
declassification
I
thing.
mean, you can
Carlos, don't tell them what
Carlos,
you
you
are.
can totally be a half pretend Mexican. I'm just saying.
I always am. I always
You
am.
Yo,
know,
matter of fact, where's your family from? Oh,
Well, I'm not Puerto Rican and I'm not Dominican, so that
okay.
eliminates like 75% of New York City.
Oh shit!
Oh, snap. Okay, so where's your family from?
No, my family originates mostly from Honduras in the
Oh,
Central America.
Honduras.
Mm.
Ah,
Ah,
okay.
yeah, the most wonderful place on earth, and by earth I mean it's really shitty.
All right, all right, all
And
right. I'm
my
dead.
mom is Trinidadian and my father's Jamaican. I'm like, yo, I mean, I got Indian descent in me, so it's like,
Exactly, but
yo,
it's
there
always been
is
classified as.
if you and on that right there, how many people can actually say that they are for lack of a better word, purebred? Everybody has something of some other ethnicity.
let
Everybody
everybody
has
have
Yes,
a
yes,
okay, and
yes.
everybody in the world. Remember, we all technically come scientifically proven. By the way, we've all come from one specific person. We all have one specific.
People hate that. People
Let,
hate when people
let's
say
not
that.
So,
No,
I
use
it's
mean, we
true.
that.
No, we're talking about
We're
science.
all
You ain't
people.
it's true. It's true. This has been scientifically proven. We all come
Yeah, I
from.
know that, but I've
We're all the
actually
same.
had arguments with people about this because
Okay.
people don't
And
like hearing shit.
Well, then I don't care. I don't care about what people.
hey, who are these people, by the
let's
way?
be
Who are
real.
these
Let's be
people?
real. And how it's explained, like the people that end up moving north, a little more north on the globe, got just a little bit lighter uh, to compensate for the climate up there. So, I mean,
There's always it's like what Neff says. It's a societal thing.
It is.
It's not as simple as black and white. There are slight racism between black people. There's a slight racism with Spanish people.
And Asian. And Asian.
And Asian.
I
Don't
know
get
what
me
it is.
wrong.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
what is it?
It's stupidity. It's
Of
all
course.
it
That's what
is.
it is.
Of
It's
course,
You know
pure
what I'm
of
saying?
course.
Like,
Well, duh.
like, don't get me wrong. My girlfriend's best friend is Guyanese. She don't like me. You want to know why? I'm Trinidadian. What the fuck is that?
It's stupidity. Okay? So what does that have to do with me? Why you don't like me because I'm from my ancestors are from a different location. My parents are from a different location. What
They,
does that have to do with it?
nationality, religion,
It's stupid. It's stupid. It's
ideology,
just
wait,
stupid.
all idiots.
Oh wait. It's like me saying like I hate you because you're Muslim. What the fuck? Like,
and then I can go change my religion tomorrow. Oh wait, you like me now because
You-
I'm not Muslim
you-
Yo,
anymore.
you're
I
gonna have
love
to do
all white people.
You're gonna have to do.
except
Listen,
the
you're gonna have
Jews.
to do a whole lot to change centuries and centuries of a certain type of way of thinking.
Yeah, but
That's
it still,
Yes, it
it
takes a
still
long
doesn't
time
It
excuse.
all
to change.
Exactly.
Yes, it takes a
It
long
doesn't
time.
exchange the fact that it is insanely asinine to classify people like this and to hate them for that exact reason. That's
But I
like
think
me
we should
hating.
get in this topic of genealogy a whole nother day because it's oh my
I would
Yeah,
rather.
yeah,
I
think
would
we
rather.
should probably
I
do
would
that.
rather
We'll go
not.
for another
Honestly,
time.
I kind of
to
want
go
to.
into the origins of the human race, we would never leave here.
I'll be real. I kind of want to do the black man thing and go get some chicken from KFC.
Oh
Ah,
boy.
and yo, I want to go to the
It's
Spanish
a-
man
ain't-
thing and
ain't
do
it
the
a little too
platanos.
late?
Nah. See, the KFC down my block, they close at like 12 o'clock. So it's like,
Wow.
Oh, right.
See, I don't live exactly in the hood. My hood is like half black and half Jewish. So it's all right.
My hood used to be all black, but now it's like half Russian, half Pakistani, with a little
Yo,
bit of
ain't that
black.
like, don't you live in Midwood, Brooklyn?
Yeah, it used to be like you can hear gunshots every day now.
No, son, that's gunshots on Nostrand Avenue past the junction, son. You live on the other side, which is real nice.
Well, what's it called? When I moved in, every night I would hear like somebody, a bunch of neighborhood kids be fighting, mostly the black guys, and then like, okay, next morning,
Oh boy,
here's some gunshots and somebody's shoes hanging on a wire.
I'm pretty sure our listeners want to hear all about where we're at, guys. saying.
Heck,
Just saying.
I have
They
my fair
probably
share
do.
in
They
Sunset Park as
probably
well.
do.
They want to hear the street stories.
Yeah, and
Yo,
also I
word,
have my
son.
fair share. of
They
Sunset
want to
Yeah,
hear.
Park.
They want to hear real ghetto
Yo,
angst.
that's a real
you guys
podcast
want to
right there,
fight
son.
me? I'll give you my address anytime.
Well, let me
man.
jump off everything since I don't live in that area no more. Thank you.
Yo,
Thank
that's
You
you.
live in
podcast.
Delaware.
I live in a nice area of Delaware. That you don't be getting tripped. Seriously, Delaware's kind of a fucked up place.
Yo,
too.
yo, look.
No,
Yo,
no,
Wilmington
son,
is bad.
I heard Delaware's messed up, but I'm just saying. Let me just.
Delaware has parts of it as
Yo,
like,
Delaware
Hack
is
just moved
ghetto, son, from what I heard. Like,
Hack just moved
but
from a gully neighborhood.
The
Right?
great-
Yeah,
Yo, the
I
great
won't
part
go
about
back. Thank God.
Hax is happy he don't have to pay no damn taxes. That's
Fuck that. No, Hax
on
is
sales
happy
tax.
that I ain't got to worry about going outside and sitting on my front step while idiots are talking shit and doing stuff, and that my family's in a better location. That's why I'm happy. I'll gladly pay taxes if I'm in a, if I gotta pay for it. If it's in a better place, fuck it, I don't care.
Yo, see, I don't want to. I want to like my dumb ass wants to move to LA, like for real.
Right.
What's in LA? What's in LA?
Oh,
What's in
yo,
LA?
super arcade.
Oh
You
yeah,
like
other than-
marijuana?
You can move to shit. What is it? Where's that arcade at? The arcade everybody's talking about now. Ghost. What is that arcade? Ghost.
Ghost. I know what you're talking about. The one with the primal rage machine.
That's the one you want to be at.
My lord.
Galvin Ghost. There's you want to be, and that's in that's in Illinois. So you want to live in Illinois, biggest arcade in the
I don't
world.
want to be in Chicago. I don't want to be near Chicago. It's like,
Who wants to be near Chicago?
Hey,
Who
Will,
wants to
are
be
you
near
an
Chicago?
arcade guy? Are you in? Because these guys are.
Here's the thing.
Shut
We
up,
don't
Neff. Just because you don't like arcades, shut up, Neff.
Here's the thing. We don't have arcades here anymore. We don't like. Listen,
Arcades are
we don't have
dead.
arcades here anymore because of the fact that let's be nobody. I mean, Next Level is pretty damn small. Let's be
Yes.
real. Like I can't
Yes.
handle that no more. I
I
can't.
thought that was it's still there though, right?
it's still
Yeah, it's
there.
still
Wednesday
there.
It's
night
still
fight
there.
night is always there, but
Not Wednesday Night Fight Night. Yo, Next Level Battle Circuit.
I have yet to visit it. Next level.
It's
That's how
mad
much I don't-
small. I can't handle it.
it's kind of compared to Chinatown Fair. It's kind of like low rent shitty, man. But
Chinatown
Yeah.
Fair was pretty small though.
Chinatown Fair was tiny.
Yeah, yeah. Chinatown
tiny,
Fair is
it's
small.
tiny.
So
Like,
if you're saying
Next
this
Level-
is smaller than that, then
No, it's not smaller than
No.
that. It just
Neff.
really feels small. It really feels snug because the way the room is packed. And then usually, if for a tournament you get like 60 people, it's a real tight fit, especially around the streaming station. I'm telling-
yes.
I'm telling you, just to sit down there and chill with Arturo or Spooky is a problem because like it's mad snug fit. Like I'll tell you that much. I get claustrophobic in there. This is why I kind of want to move over. This is why I kind of want to move over to the west side to go to Super Arcade. I mean, they're fixing up Super Arcade right now. They're about to finish fixing up next week, and I've never got a chance to visit.
All right, yeah. So, all right, guys. So another podcast in the books. Any final thoughts
Final
here?
thoughts.
final thoughts. I got final
Man,
thought.
at least you give me a lot of good topics to actually talk about to my job when I go to work tomorrow. Because
Indeed.
well, since I talked
And
with former ex-felons, it's really gonna be helpful a lot.
Indeed.
Especially. So, yeah.
And then also right now I'm about to go watch a very very attractive Mexican and Vince McMahon's very very attractive daughter wrestle right now in the middle of the ring.
Seriously? I didn't even fucking knew I was wrestling Stephanie, man. I don't even like the bitch. But okay, yeah, I'll tackle her.
And also, yeah, I just want to give a heads up right now that I will be doing a review of a Kiba strip that's gonna be posting up real soon. So yeah, look forward to that.
All right.
Looking forward to that, man.
No.
Final thoughts on me. Oh damn, yo, we all humans, we all flawed and fallible, but that doesn't mean we have to be stupid. Yo, if you want to educate yourself, not only on, you know, the topics that we have on hand, you know, if you want to learn about clinical depression, go research on that. If you want to learn about the militarization of police and what you can do to stop that, yo, get on that. It's better to do the most tiniest action against the social injustice that you have than rather do nothing.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh boy.
Who's next with
Hacks.
You. You go.
Me? Okay. My final thought is Black Jesus.
My man's.
Praise
My-
Jesus.
My man's.
That show is one of the greatest shows I've ever seen, and I've only seen 2 episodes of it, and it's phenomenal. And you need to watch that show. It's on Adult Swim. Watch that shit. I don't know what date it comes on.
It's on
What-
tonight at 2 o'clock. Otherwise, you can watch new episodes at Thursday at 9.
Or on adultswim.com because you know internets.
Yeah. internet.
Yes.
That's my final thought. Black Jesus.
Hacks.
I really don't have anything big. I will say that Neff probably thinks I'm retarded because I went and spent $200 on a figure of Optimus Prime by Hot Toys.
Whoa.
I saw that goddamn figure.
Wait, stop. Does this Optimus Prime
No,
transform?
it does not transform.
Okay, you got jet.
You got
paying
jet.
$350.
It's a statue. You guys, okay, that's how I know you guys are not true collectors. Goodbye.
Really.
I love-
Hey,
I'm
don't
sorry.
look at me,
Compared
boy. Don't
to
look
the
at me, Hack.
I'm a
160.
true collector.
I'm sorry,
Listen.
compared to the 2002 Optimus Prime that fully articulated and can transform and
And was a piece of plastic.
No
I'm gonna
way.
just leave it
So
like
what? So, Hack,
this.
you had the die-cast one. What about that? What are you talking about?
What
Yo,
diecast one?
I'm gonna just leave it like this. For
That
those of you
transformed.
with PS3, you know, let's not argue about this right now. For those of you PS3, please add me, Young Navigator. I'll be available.
Young Navi.
Young
Hey,
Navi.
hood.
I
Okay.
will be available playing as soon as I can get it. Persona 4, Ultimax, maybe the Japanese version.
Damn straight. I will be playing that.
Oh,
So, yeah, I
Yo,
will be.
William, are you getting the Japanese version? Because we can split it.
Hey,
Please.
I already pre-ordered my pre-order for a Persona 4 at my GameStop already. So I want my cards. I want those character cards.
See, Will is sensible. No imports for him because he's sensible. The game is coming to the States, so he's patient. Unlike some people.
Yeah,
I
but you
like
gotta
those
understand.
dumbasses
Here's
who played Hyrule
Here's the
Warriors.
thing.
son.
Here's the thing, right?
Right,
Here's the thing.
right,
You
right,
get the
right.
Japanese version more times than not because the game ends up coming out 6 months afterwards, and you want to kind of be up on the combos and the system and everything like that. Things like
Well,
that.
that's the one thing because
I can understand if you're like if that game is like heavy tournament wise. I can understand if you're like deep in the tournaments and you actually playing tournaments and you're actually gonna be getting money so that you need to be doing that. But otherwise, the game's coming to the States. Be patient.
well, yeah, that's also one thing I just want to quickly touch upon is like because I don't play fighting games at all besides from Smash Brothers. And the only thing that pretty much got me into fighting games was pretty much Persona 4 Arena. And
Yeah,
like
great
heck,
game.
I'm
It's a great
learning the
game.
combos a little bit.
I
I
mean-
mean, I'm not too much about like a Evo tournament things, but overall,
Yeah.
that thing is pretty much the only reason why I got into fighting games for the most part. It's just like it's Persona.
I want to,
Hey,
and I
hey.
want to go to, and don't get me wrong, I kind of want to go and start going to like Team Stickbug stuff and actually playing. So it's like,
Yo,
you know,
shout out to Get Silliest and Team Steve go over at next level.
Get silly as the blow ups. Yo,
Yo, you guys are cracking me up.
yo, that's my
Alright.
dude
That's
right
Right,
there.
cause he is a nut, man. He is crazy. That's my
He-
dude, though. Man,
Yo.
much love to Matt, though. Straight
Yo,
up,
he
man.
be
Just
calling me
Philly.
every day. We be having conversations about the dumbest shit.
Yo!
It's crazy.
You do?
Well, you know that.
I think we
should
should
save
save
you
that for another
too?
podcast, boys.
Have you on the phone for like an
Yo,
hour
word,
just
right?
talking about
And
Yo,
on
that.
he's
top-
talking mad shit about Haley's comic and like, what's it the fuck does it has to do with anything? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Yo, that's the blowers right there, though, man. And he talking about Ronda Rousey liking Pokemon and shit. But alright then, we out.
All right, but
still.
let's close it up.
Yeah,
let's close
we
it
gotta
up.
get
So
going.
everybody done with their final thoughts? We're gonna close it up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So thanks guys for listening to us, and we'll be back soon with another podcast.
Yes,
Good
and
night,
also
all.
thank you for having me as well, since this is my first podcast as well. So
Ah,
thank you
nice.
guys for having me.
Great to-
Arigato gozaimashita.
All right, great to have you. Will.
Arigato
No,
gozaimasu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
arigato.
Yo,
we got
thank
to
you,
have the homies on,
Navigator.
you know?
Thank you, Will, for showing up.
Mhm.
Thanks to all of our homies. And remember, praise Black Jesus.
Play Black, pray Black Jesus.